is because I've gone through all of this. I've been doing this business for the past 9 years. Prior to working here, I worked at 3 different jobs. Okay, I worked for the school district at LAUSD. I worked for Toyota Financial, and then I worked for a plumbing electrical company. So those are my work experiences before USANA. I was working 73 hours a week at my job right before USANA, and I was doing okay. I was making money. I was getting by. I didn't think like I was poor or anything like that. But one thing that I noticed is that no matter how much time I put into a job, I was always compromising something. So I was giving up my time to make money. And then when I quit working, right, I gave up all my money to get time. So what I wanted to do is find a healthy balance. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. That it's important to have both time and money. Okay. Now another thing that I think is important that most of us need is we need health too. So just because you have time and money, don't think that you're successful just yet. I believe that health, if not, it's more important than those two things. Because if you're not healthy, then it's over, right? You're at zero. Let's say you have all the time in the world and all the money in the world, but you have a fatal illness. What can you do at that point? There's nothing. How many of you guys know people that would trade all their money for their health just to have it back?
Right.
Right? So you guys have to take that part serious. I know we talk about it here at USANA. Yeah, we are a health company. So for us, health is like a top priority. So we want to make sure that everybody who's a part of this business is taking that part very serious. Mm-hmm. It's not something to be overlooked to say, yeah, I'm just going to sell this stuff and I'm just going to make money and that's, whatever. No, that's not how it works. You got to start with you first. You really got to start making some health changes. So like I said, overwhelming, right? You're making some health changes. You're making some financial changes. All these things are turning around. But hey, you know what? It's going to be worth it. Okay, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So on top of all those 3 things, money, time, and health. Those are 3 important things, right? The last one, I believe, is making a difference in other people's lives. So let's say you have money, you have time, and you have health, but you're selling cigarettes for a living. Are you successful?
No.
Let's say you own 10 McDonald's, and that's what you do for a living. And you have money, and you have time, and you're healthy, but you have 10 McDonald's. That's how you make your money. Are you successful? And someone say, yeah, McDonald's is pretty good. I used to work at McDonald's when I was a teenager. But I know for sure that it's not contributing to the good of the earth. You follow me?
Right.
Like if anything, it's contributing to a very bad problem that we already have, which is obesity, disease, right? Just processed foods, like all these other things. So no, hey, McDonald's is cool. If you go there once in a while, right? We all want to go out there and get a sundae, caramel sundae every once in a while. But the whole point is that I don't believe that it's contributing. Like if people are doing that daily, so it's a responsibility on the person's fault as well. But let's be honest though, when you feel good about what you're doing, you're going to want to do it all the time. So a lot of people that are here that are successful with USANA, they think about it and it makes sense to them. But not only does it make sense to them, they also feel good about it too. So like for me, when I'm building my business, I feel great about what I'm doing.
Right.
That's why I want to keep doing it. Okay, I know that the products that we give people here are truly making a difference. I know that the company has integrity and that they don't compromise at all on integrity. Like we're never going to have to worry about getting embarrassed by the company. For example, I'll give you some examples. I've learned some stuff about other companies as well. You're never going to have to get embarrassed about a recall on a product. How many of you guys have ever heard of recalls, like product recalls, right? Let's say you're like, for example, GNC, they just had a product recall. The Attorney General had to pull products from their shelves. Okay, Target had a recall. They had to pull products from their shelves. There's all these recalls that are taking place. That means that the people that were taking them before that recall had potential health risks by taking these products. Can you imagine that? So for me, in 23 years that USANA has been around, USANA has never had a recall, not once. So we don't have to worry about getting embarrassed with our friends, family members, and loved ones. It just doesn't happen here at USANA. See how I feel good about that?
Yes.
That's why I want to keep doing it. People always say, Mike, how do you stay focused? How do you stay excited? Let me tell you guys this. Think about so let's go to basic training real quick. Okay? So go to the next slide. Oh, thanks. So think about this really quick. Think about something that you're good at already. Okay? So just think about something that you're really good at already. Okay? Now think about something that you're great at. All right? So just really quick. Do you have something in mind that you're really good at? Speaking? All right. Hey, cool. That's great. You're really good at speaking. How about you? What are you really good at?
I'm good at working out.
Okay, working out. Okay, you like working out. What's something you're really good at? Music. Okay, music, right? Musician. What's something you're really good at?
Listening.
Good at listening. Okay, that's a big one, right? You guys know people who are not good at listening? Oh man, I get in trouble sometimes. Okay. No, but I have to be conscious, right? I gotta be conscious of it. So think about something that you're really good at. Okay. So what about like a sport? Anybody really good at a sport? Anything like that? No? What do you play? Oh, you play soccer, right? Okay. So you're really good at soccer. Okay. So maybe you're great at it one day, or maybe you can become really great at it one day, or maybe you already are. Who knows? So the whole point is that think about something you're great at. Okay. Now think about something that you started and never finished. All right. Now, how many of you guys have something like that? Something that you started and never finished. Okay, we're not going to pick on you for that one. Okay? We don't want to get anybody embarrassed here. But the truth is that there's plenty of things that we start and we don't finish them. Okay, but do you guys know that there's a reason for that? It's not just because you're bad and you're lazy and all that. It has nothing to do with that. Okay? So think about something that you enjoy doing. So you're not necessarily great at it, but you enjoy doing it. So you might even be better than you think you are at it because you just enjoy doing this so much. It's something that you really, really like to do. Okay? So think about something you enjoy doing. Think about something you don't like doing. Right? So a lot of people say, like you said, speaking was the strength, right? How many of you guys don't like speaking in front of people? Like you just don't like that. Right? See that? It's like, I don't like doing that, right? Okay, but you like doing that. So anyways, we're going to get to that in a second. Okay, so think about what gives you pleasure. Like, what do you do and it makes you just feel good? Like, you feel this pleasure when you do it, right? And then think about what you do that causes pain. All right, so think about all this stuff, okay? Because all of this plays a role in actually doing something, okay? For example, if you think of something that you're good at, most likely you had a good experience with it. It's something that you are comfortable doing. It's something that you like to do. Does that make sense? So if you don't like doing it, you're never going to get good at it. You have to find pleasure in it in order to continuously get good at it. Right. Can you imagine making music stressed you out? You hated it. You hated the people. You hated the noise. You hated all this stuff. Are you going to continue doing music if you feel like that about it? Right? You can't think and feel like that about something and continue to do it. So whenever I talk to people about USANA, and I'm like, so what's that positive thing about USANA? And people say, oh, it's hard. And oh my God, it's just, I'm stressed. And oh my God, it's overwhelming. If you feel like that about it, how are you ever going to build this business if that's how you feel about it? Other people say this, people are so stupid. People are so negative. People are broke. Like, if you feel like that about it, how are you ever going to be good at it? You have to change the way you feel about those things. Okay, so when somebody says, but people are broke, Mike, I'm like, no, people need opportunity. That's how I feel about it. Right? People are stupid. No, they're not stupid. They need to be educated. Okay, so do you guys understand? Like, I feel like that about it. I have a different feeling. I have a different perspective on it. That's why I enjoy doing it. Right? People are negative. And I say, no. They're just around the wrong people. That's what I feel. So when somebody says my friend is negative, I'm like, well, yeah, because he's probably around the wrong people all the time. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. How many of you guys know somebody who's really negative? Like, really, really negative? And when you're around them, you start feeling a little negative, okay? All right, so anyway, I just want to make sure you guys are aware of these things, okay? So this is the mindset. And the way you think about something and the way you feel about something is just, they're both important. You can't just think, this makes sense, because USANA makes sense, right? Let me explain it to you real quick. With USANA, if you take the product, you'll be healthier, for sure. Okay, for sure. Even if you take it just twice a day and you do everything else wrong in your life, you'll be healthier than you would have been. Okay, like that's how USANA is designed that way. Now, don't test yourself like that. But I'm just saying, like, it's designed in a way where if you just took the products, like if you woke up in the morning, drank your shake, took your fiber, took your probiotic, took your health pack, right? Took some optimizers, and then you just went and you ate freaking a burrito for lunch. And then you took your health pack, you drank your Nutrimeal, you took your fiber, your probiotic for dinner. If you just did that, I guarantee you'll be on a better pace than most people. Yeah. Guaranteed. Not even knowing what the product is doing. But inside, it's doing its job. Now, should you do that? Of course not. Okay? You should make that healthy meal a good meal. Okay? And that takes some time to learn. I've been doing USANA for 9 years. And I've probably cooked twice. Okay? So I'm still trying to figure this out as well. But the whole point is that, think about it. Am I good at cooking? Absolutely not. Am I great at cooking? Of course not, because I'm not even good at it, right? Now, have I started cooking? No, I never even got started. So therefore, how can I ever get good? Do I enjoy doing it? Well, I've never even really tried it, given it a shot. So how do I know if I'm enjoyed it or not? Now, what I don't, you know what I think about when I think about cooking? This is a problem for me. I think about washing dishes, and I don't like washing dishes. You follow me? But some people, when they think about cooking, they think about the food and how good it is, and they think about serving their friend or their family members or their husband or wife, and they get excited about that. They're not thinking about washing the dishes. They're thinking about that. Do you guys understand? Like, they feel different about it. That's why they do it. Okay? Something that I don't like doing. Okay? Well, I'm not going to talk about that. So anyways, but do you guys understand how just something that is not happening in my life, I can show you exactly why it's not happening. It's not because I don't have time. It's not because I'm stupid. It's not because of any of those things. It's just because I haven't taken a step. I haven't made it a priority in my life. I haven't done that. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm stuck on thinking about the dishes, where I should be thinking about health. I should be thinking about how people are going to eat. So I have made some changes over the past couple of weeks, and now I'm starting to implement some of those into my lifestyle. But anyways, I just want you guys to be aware of that. So if you think that people are stupid, you're never going to build USANA. If you think that people are lazy, you're never going to build USANA. You want to know how I feel? I feel that people are not lazy. They just don't have anything to get excited about. That's how I feel. Yeah, of course, somebody says, oh, my friend's lazy, man. I'm like, no, he or she has nothing to get excited about. That's the problem. Okay, so give them something to get excited about, and maybe they won't be so lazy. Because I've seen people turn it around in this business. I've seen people who did nothing all day, and all of a sudden, boom, they're working. They're working hard. Why? Because they got excited about something. Okay, so let's move forward. So sticking to it. All right, sticking to it. When you get going with something, would you agree that you have to stick to it, right? Long term to make it work? Yeah. Who went to college here? Anybody go to college? Okay. All right, so if you went to college, did you ever feel like that at one point or another? Maybe not exactly like this, but somewhere along the lines of this, right? Or you're eating poorly because you got to study, you don't have time to really go out there and cook and do whatever, right? You have candy to kind of keep you up and alert, right? You're passed out, you got your TV on, you're trying to study, whatever it is. It's like, this is overwhelming, okay? But why do people stick with it? See, that's what's crazy. People will stick with college, 4 years of this. They'll stick with spending thousands of dollars. There's no return on the investment right away. Right. You got 4 years that you're not going to make a dime while you're going to college off of the stuff that you're learning. So you're just literally going to school paying, and you're putting money in, but you're not getting anything out, right? Yep. And you're studying, you're putting stress on yourself. You're sacrificing time with your family. If your family member got sick and you have a final that if you don't show up, you're going to fail that final, what are you going to do? And you're going to fail the class. What are you going to do?
Show up for the final.
Are you going to show? Who would show up for the final, and who would show up for their sick on? Okay, some people go to sick on, but remember, you fail this class, you're done. You're failing the whole class. You got to take it all over next semester. So then you would have to take the class over next semester. How long is the final usually? An hour, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Right? So would you wait those 2 hours and then go see your aunt? Or would you say, no, forget it. I'm failing. I'm going to take the class over even though I spent thousands of dollars already. It's okay. I'm spending the $5,000 this quarter, and I'm just going to go and see my aunt. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know. Everybody's got a different decision, right, to make. But if you don't graduate, don't wonder why you didn't graduate. It's because you didn't make it a priority. That's it. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying when you don't get the result that you're looking for, don't let it be a mystery in your life. Mm. It's because you're not setting those priorities. That's the bottom line. Okay, can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
So why do people stick with it? Okay, here's another thing that I think people stick with it. How often do you get a grade in a class? Like, how often do they give you grades?
Once.
No, I know, but how often?
At the end?
How often?
Every assignment.
Every assignment. Okay, so there's assignments, but what else? Midterms,
yeah.
And then finals. But how often are those?
Quarterly.
Okay, quarterly, so which is every 3 months or so, right? Okay, and then semesters, right? So think about it. Can you imagine they didn't give you a grade at all? 0 grades. And you only found out that you graduated from college after 4 years. That they basically looked at, there's no grade. So you took your stuff and you didn't know if you were getting a good grade or not. And you kept going and you didn't know if you were getting good grades on all your finals and all your midterms. You didn't know. How many of you guys would keep going? Do you guys understand? Like some of you guys are like, that's so stupid. That doesn't happen. I'm like, I know, but think about it. You have to. I want you guys to really think about this example. So you started in your freshman year, right? You took your first midterm. They didn't tell you what grade you got. You're like, I don't know if I did well or not. And then you took your final, and they didn't tell you. That was first semester, right? And then you went to the second semester of your freshman year. Same thing. You don't know what your grade is. And then you're in 10th grade now. So now you're into your second year, taking all your courses. And after 4 years at the end, they tell you, I'm sorry to inform you, but we can't give you your degree. You failed all these classes, and I'm sorry. How many of you guys would have even gotten to the 4th year if that was the case? Guaranteed, more people would drop out. The reason why they do it quarterly is because you get excited after you get your A, and you're like, oh, yes, and you're going to keep going to the next one now. There's short-term goals in between. You follow me? If you don't have short-term goals in between your long-term goal, you're not going to stay excited, and you're not going to stick with it long enough to make it work. That's why they don't give a 4-year class. And at the end of 4 years, finally, you find out if you graduated or not. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Is this making sense or no? Did I lose you guys?
No.
Some of you guys are looking a little lost. But I hope you guys understand that point. How about this? Okay. Oh. How about this? Okay. All right. This is how I feel sometimes. I swear. All right. Okay. Let me ask you guys a question. How long do people run?
For like a half an hour.
But why half an hour?
They don't want to overdo it.
All right. But how long do people run? I mean, people say, I'm going to run 3 miles. See how they measure it? They'll measure it. I'm going to run 3 miles today. Now, some people say, I'm going to run 30 minutes. See, also, they measured it. No one says, I'm just going to go out and run. And then you're like, okay, what the heck's going on here? Like, let's say you just started. Like, I think eventually you could do that. Eventually you could just go outside and run. And you just keep running, and then, like Forrest Gump, boom, you get tired and you stop, right?
Yeah.
But the whole point is that if you don't have some type of goal in mind, are you going to stick with it? I honestly believe that that's why people just don't like running. They just don't set those goals. You have to say, first, I'm going to run a mile, right? And then you just, like, let's say you run for like 5 minutes and you're halfway to your mile. Then what do? You just say, I got to keep going. I got to get my mile done, right? Do you guys understand? And then eventually you can do 2 and then 3 and then more and more and more. But those are those small goals to keep you to stick with it. Because are you going to feel like this when you're running? Who has ever felt like that when they're running? Come on, be honest. Can I see a show of hands? I swear, one time I was running in Redondo Beach with my friend, and I cramped up. I've never cramped up so bad in my life. Like, I couldn't breathe. Like, my shins were hurting. Like, I was like, see, I had a bad experience. I had a bad experience. I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, because this guy that I was running with, he ran every single day. So when he wanted to run, he's like, let's go running. His name was Lee J. He goes, let's go running. So we went running, and this guy was running like 5 miles, 6 miles a day, no problem. And I tried to run next to him, and I was in the worst shape of my life at that point in my life. The worst shape of my life. And I'll show you guys pictures of how I looked back then. Okay, like I couldn't even believe it. Someone sent me a photo yesterday, and I was like, whoa. Like I was about 200, like I kid you not. When you see it, you tell me how heavy you think I was. I think I was almost 200 pounds. Okay, which is definitely not good for someone who's about 5'9", 5'10". Okay, you don't want to be that big. And then don't say that you have big bones or that you're fluffy or that you like good food or that that's just the way you are. And no. There's no excuse for that. Okay, there's absolutely no excuse for that. So feeling like this, but why does someone like this stick with it? Because they're like, okay, I did my mile. If you're training for a marathon and you started with 1 mile, you're gonna stick with it because you know. Let's say you promised your family and everything you're gonna run a marathon. You promised them. You already set the declaration. You're not gonna back out from it. And this is the first mile that you ran and you look like that. Are you gonna stick with it? Yeah, because you know if you just keep increasing a little bit, you're gonna get there. Mm-hmm. This is the mentality. I'm relating this to USANA because I feel that a lot of people in their business, they don't work their business like that. They say, I want to retire in my life. Dude, that is so far away that you can't even see it. That's like saying when people go to college, so why are you going to college? And their answer is, because I want to retire in my life. Have you ever heard that answer? Say, hey, why are you going to college? Because I want to retire. I've never heard that answer. People say, I'm going to college because I want to get my education. That's short term, right? And they're getting their education every quarter or every semester. Do you guys understand? Mm-hmm. So, Why do people stick with it when they're playing an instrument? How many of you guys play an instrument? Anybody here play an instrument? What do you play?
Guitar.
How well do you play?
Okay, I
Pretty good.
self-taught, so.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's all good. Prince is self-taught, you know? I don't know if you guys know that, but Prince has never had a lesson and he plays almost every instrument and he's all self-taught. He's like a modern day Beethoven. So, anywho, but when you look like this is like when you're looking at the notes and you have your instrument and you're just like, you know? Have you guys ever felt like that? I play the guitar a little bit and I kid you not, like I feel like that's something I'm like I'm watching how they did it and I'm like, God, I can't do that, man. That looks so hard. I didn't even put dancing up here because whenever I try to learn how to dance, they say, all right, just move like this, 5, 6, 7, 8, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I can't do all that, dude. That's just impossible. How did you move like that? So the reason why you stick with it, though, why would you stick with it? See, that's the question. Well, it depends. I know a lot of kids when they're little, right, little kids, that play the instruments is because their parents kind of have that expectation from them. So, like, have you ever had a kid where when you come over to somebody's house, they go, hey, watch my kid. He can play the piano. Jimmy, play the piano. And then the kid goes, right? And then everyone's like, wow, he's doing pretty good, right? And now little Jimmy feels good. He feels that recognition. So now what does little Jimmy do? He knows that the next time there's a family party, that his mom or his dad is going to put him on blast again like that. So what does he do? He practices and practices and practices. See, the expectation is set. And then boom, everybody comes over for Thanksgiving and they go, little Jimmy, play it. And they're like, oh my God, wow, you're playing so much better. And now he's fulfilled again. And this is just the way it goes. But when you don't set an expectation for people like that, they're never going to rise to it. So you guys understand how there's those short-term goals? And same thing like this. When you're playing an instrument, you want to learn how to play a song. Can you imagine you had to learn how to play a whole symphony before you ever started playing? No, like you're not going to learn a whole symphony. You're going to learn little parts of the symphony, right? That's as far as I can get. You know? And then you add the rest to it later on. But the whole point is you want to take steps. Guys, this is a serious training. This is not a joke. I'm in a mentality of growth right now. And the way I'm growing right now is because I'm looking at it just like that. I'm looking at it as what's my goal this week? What's my goal today? What's my goal in the next 10 days? Like, do you guys follow me? Like, I'm looking at these short-term goals, and boom, I'm getting progress. If you're looking at why do you do Sonic? Because I want to retire. God, it's hard to get excited about that. That'll keep you in the game. I think that'll keep you in the game, but you're not going to get excited about that because it feels so far away. Okay. So anyway, is this? All right. So why? Why do you stick with it? Because you know it's worth it. Because you have seen others do it. So then you know, right? It can happen. You have short-term goals and you are reaching new ones every week. Why are you doing this? Short-term. So I want you guys really quick to write down. Give me a short-term goal. 1 week. What's your goal this week? Give me something. And everybody has to write something down. Because if not, you're not going to get excited. There's got to be a goal this week that you're excited about. Something that's going to happen this week. My goal last week was to make $11,000. That was my goal. I got really excited about that. Okay? And I worked really hard on that. And it got done. Okay? So I was excited. Think about when you're doing a gold run. Right? You're excited because you're like, oh man, I got to do this every week. So you're focused. You have that laser focus in your mind. So I just want to let you guys know. Figure out a goal and get excited about it. Okay? For 1 week. I want you guys to write down 1 month. So can you guys do that real quick? Write down 1 week. Write down 1 month. And just write down a goal next to 1 week. Write down a goal next to 1 month. What do you want to do within 1 month? Something to get you excited about. I want it to be specific though. Let it be a specific goal. Don't say, I want to learn something new this week. That's kind of vague, you know? Or I want to talk to a few people. A few? What's that? Give me a number. Give me something that we can look at. Okay? And remember, don't just say what you're going to do, but why you're going to do it. So somebody says, my goal this week is to talk to 5 people. That gets you excited? Like that's what gets you all jazzed up in the morning? Like, yeah, I'm going to get up and talk to 5 people, baby. Woohoo! Like that's how you feel about it? That's what you're thinking about. But how do you feel about that? Are you really excited about talking to 5 people? I doubt it. I doubt that most people are. So that's what you're going to do. But why are you going to do it? Because if you talk to 5, how many are you going to get, Adrian?
1.
Guaranteed. And if you talk to 10, how many are you going to get, Adrian?
2.
This guy's a math whiz. I'm telling you, man. He's a freaking mathematician. What else do you need to know?
That's it.
That's it. Okay? This guy's an Einstein. I'm letting you know right now. He's a genius. All right, so we've been hanging out a little bit, and I'm letting you know right now, there's nothing else you need to know but that. That's it. That if you talk to 5, you're going to get 1. And if you talk to 5 more, you're going to get 1 more. That's it. You don't have to think about it. Don't think about it. Don't. It's like when you run the mile, what do you say? All right, how many steps is it? All right, how many calories am I going to burn? All right, is that how you really think about running that mile?
No.
You just do it, right? You turn on the treadmill and that's it. You just start. There's no thinking involved. Are you really thinking that much when you get on the treadmill? I doubt you're a runner if you do that, because I don't think runners really do that. They just do it. They just run. I know some people who are runners, and yeah, they don't like running with me because I don't like running, right? But the whole point is that if we're gonna start running, you know the questions I start asking? Well, how far is it? You see what I mean? What difference does it make? Well, how long are we going? Right? See, it's like all the questions of the person who doesn't want to do it, who doesn't feel good about it. Now, if you're going to coach me in running, you would say, hey, Mike, but we want to get that 6-pack for the summer, right? We want to get that 6-pack this year. Ah, yes, I want to get the 6-pack. All right, we got to go running. Let's go. See, now we're talking about what we want. I can't get excited about running, but I can get excited about a 6-pack. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
So you got to get excited about something. You're not going to get excited about running itself. I think later on, when you're a little crazy, you get excited about running. Like, how many people know somebody who just likes running? They just run. Like, they love it, man. They just wake up and they run and they get excited. They're like, running, I love it, man. I'm like, you know? But hey, it's like you've developed this love for it's done something for you. It's just like this. Some people look at me and they go, you love USANA? You love hearing no? Yeah, baby, I love hearing no, because I know if I hear 4 no's, I'm going to hear 1 yes. That's why. We were talking to Adrian yesterday. How many no's did you hear yesterday?
Like 4.
And how many people did you get signed up yesterday?
3.
He's getting better. Okay? He's getting better. And who can get better?
Anybody.
Anybody can get better. But he's been at it for a while. All right? So the whole point is he keeps talking to people and talking to people and talking to people. And someone says, where does he find those people? The same people that you know that you're just not talking to. That's the reality, for sure, guaranteed. He's talking to his tia, his uncle, his aunt. He's talking to every single person. He doesn't even care who they are. He just talks to them. He doesn't even think about it. His friends, someone he just met, he just tells them. Now, when you say talk to him, he doesn't count. I said, hey, let's talk about USANA sometime. And he goes, I talked to one. No. If they didn't see the video, if they didn't see a presentation, if they didn't attend a presentation, he doesn't count them. He's only counting people that have seen the video or that have seen the presentation. Because that's what's going to make a difference. It's kind of like this. Let me give you the parallel at the gym, okay? How many times a week did you show up to the gym this week? Let's say I told you, I showed up 7 times this week, 7 days. The next question is, how many miles did you run? Yeah, 0. Can you imagine that's what I said? I showed up to the gym 7 times, but I ran 0 miles. I showed up to the gym 7 times, and I did 0 workouts. Am I going to get results?
No.
That's the people that say, I showed up to 7 trainings, and I talked to 0 people. How crazy is that? But at least you're taking the first step when you show up to the gym. Because I doubt that you're going to show up to the gym and sit there for an hour every day and just go, right? Eventually you're going to say, all right, fine, I'll just turn this on. Like, that's why it's so important to keep showing up. Because it's a matter of time before you get sick and tired of just showing up and you start doing something. It's only a matter of time. Some people, it takes them a month to get sick. Some people, it takes them 6 months. Some people, it takes them 6 years. But eventually people get sick. They get sick and tired of just showing up and not doing anything. And then they say, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And also, there's a lot going into your subconscious while you're here. The subconscious things are starting to click in. So later on, when somebody asks you something, you're like, oh yeah, I know that. Because you've already heard it 100 times, okay? So short-term goals, you guys got it down? Mid-range goals, 3 months to 6 months. Those get really exciting. Those get really exciting. I'll tell you guys right now, there's absolutely no reason why within 6 months you shouldn't be making $5,000 a month. There's absolutely no reason. There's absolutely no excuse except that you don't want it, that you don't want to do it. That's the only excuse. Because there is no reason why everybody here is not capable physically and mentally of making $5,000 a month in USANA. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard. Every single person here is capable of doing that. Every single one of you guys is capable of doing that. Within 6 months, it's more than enough time. If you're working at it, if you're treating it as serious as you would treat your job, if you're treating it as serious as you would treat working out aggressively to train for a marathon, if you're treating it as serious as learning how to play an instrument committed like that, if you're treating it like that, there's absolutely no reason that within 6 months you shouldn't be at $5,000 a month already. There's absolutely no reason. Can you guys hear me on this? You got to tell yourself that because you've been telling yourself that that's impossible and that's why you're not there. Stop telling yourself that's impossible. That's totally possible. $5,000 a month within 3 to 6 months is totally possible. Totally possible. For somebody to hit Diamond Director, Diamond Director means you're making $6,000, $7,000 a week. That's totally possible within a year to 2 years. Absolutely possible. It's more than possible. We've seen people do it in 2 months. It's happened. Very few people have done it, but it's been done. So we know it's possible if it's been done before. The only reason why it won't happen is if you're not setting those short-term goals. This is going to hold you back from this. Your vision. What's your vision the rest of your life? See, this is why a lot of people keep showing up and don't do anything, and you wonder, why do they keep showing up? The reason why is because they have a strong vision. They see themselves in a certain way. They see their life transformed in the future. They see themselves with their family, traveling, not worrying about money, healthy. They see themselves like that. So they see this, but they're failing to do this. Do you get me? They're failing to do the things every week because it takes work every week in order to get to the vision of the rest of your life. That's where that statement came out of. Like, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. That's where it came from, okay? So you take it 1 step at a time. Please, don't just get excited about this. You have to do things weekly. You have to do things monthly. So let's do some short-term goals. You want me to give you some suggestions? Here they are. If you're brand new, it's your first week in USANA. Here's a good first week goal. Do the reset. 5 days of doing the reset. Replacing all your meals. 3 shakes, 2 snacks, fruit and vegetable. That's a first goal. First goal. And it doesn't matter if you're skinny or if you're big. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where you are. Because we all could use healthy digestion. I've seen people who weigh 100 pounds do the reset, and I've seen people that weigh 300 pounds do the reset. It doesn't matter where you are. Do the reset. It's not a weight loss. It's a cleanse. It's helping you clean up your large intestine, and it's resetting your body, and it's resetting your digestive system. I'm telling you right now, everybody should do the reset regardless of where you are in your health. Just do it. It's 5 days. Some people say, I'm too skinny to do the reset. You're telling me in 5 days you're just going to hand glide on a Dorito afterwards? Get out of here. 5 days? We're going to fly you like a kite after 5 days? Get the heck out of here. 5 days? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. That's the best thing you can do for your health is start with the 5-day detox. That's the first goal. So when I'm working with someone brand new, that's the first thing I tell them to do. So I have Art. I don't know if you guys remember Art from last week. He's right back there. So Art completed 5-day reset, right? Let's give him a round of applause. That's a pretty big deal, okay? First week. First week he did the first 5 days. Now here's the interesting thing about Art. People are asking him questions, and what happened? Your grandmother wants to buy a reset, right? Other family members want to buy a reset. All his family members want to start taking the supplements on their own. How crazy is that? It was a short-term goal, but it impacted his long-term vision of being financially free and being successful. Right. See, that's a commitment. Now, what about within 1 month? A 28-day transformation. You can't stop at reset. You can't stop there. Now do a transformation. If you're thinner, then obviously you should start looking at what meals you're going to take in. Still drink 2 Nutri-Meals a day though. Eat 2 to 3 healthy meals. If you're skinny and you need to gain weight, oh man, drink 2 Nutri-Meals and eat 2 to 3 meals a day on top of the 2 Nutri-Meals. If you want to lose weight, drink 2 Nutri-Meals and just eat 1 meal. Do that for 28 days, along with your supplementation, twice a day. Don't skip your supplementation. The supplementation is important because that's the things that you can't see happening. Okay? Do that for a month. Monitor your results. Don't stop. Don't stop after 5 days. So what can you do? This is what's going to help you make it a lifestyle. All right? So get prepared for it. Okay, this is something this is my bag. You guys have something like this. The reason why it's pink is because I ordered all the colors and only the pink one came, so I had to use the pink one. Okay? So I ordered 100 of these bags. All right? This bag is the bomb. Let me show you. You guys want to see this? All right. If you don't have a bag like this, then you're not cool. So let's say you're going to do 28 days. 28 days, right? You need a lifestyle. Because I'll tell you the hardest part is when you leave your house.
Yep.
When you leave your house and you're like, oh, what should I eat? Oh, you blew it already. You blew it already, dude. You're not going to make a good decision. Yes or yes?
Yes. Absolutely.
If you left your house and let's say you're trying to gain weight, dude, you're going to eat the wrong foods. And if you're like, well, I don't really eat a lot, then you have to schedule the meals so that you're eating those meals. You have to push yourself to do it if you need to gain weight and gain muscle. But the whole point I'm trying to make is that you need to have something, right? So this little bag, what does it have? It has a compartment here for 2 Nutri-Meals. Okay? My banana, my water is over here. And in here are the little meals that I'm going to eat today. Okay? So look, check this out. See? It's in there. All right? So it's insulated. It's got it's cool in there because it has the little gel thingies. And up here are my supplements. That's it, man. Get one of these. This thing is great. So I ordered 100 because I wanted to get the USANA logo on it. So it has the USANA logo on the side, on top, and on the other side. Okay? So I had to become a wholesaler for the 6-pack bags. Okay? So I became a wholesaler. But anyways, I'm going to sell them to you guys at the price I got them for. What I'm thinking is this. How many of you guys have ever done a grand opening or like a spa party or something like that? You know what I would do? I would have one of these, $60, and I would say, all right, if we sell 5 Reset with Transforms, we're going to raffle off one of these right now. Or if you buy the Reset and Transform, we'll give you $30 off of your bag. Because you're going to make more than $30.
Right.
You get me? But that's going to push people. And besides, that's going to help people get results. It's the lifestyle process. Think about it this way. Your whole week should be designed on Sundays. Here's another thing. Prospectors. If you guys want prospecting ideas, how do you make friends? How do you get out there? You're a baker, right? Like you like to bake stuff? That means you like to, I'm sure you can cook too, right? You want to prospect people? I'm telling you right now, there's no better way to do it than on Sundays, invite everybody to do their meal preps with you. That's the best way to do it. Moms, anybody who's too busy, just invite them over and say, hey, you know what? I'm eating healthier now. I've gotten great results because you started with you first. That was your first month goal, right? You started with you first. And if you got results, now you can talk to people. If you got results, now you can go tell someone like, hey man, look, I got great results. Let's do this together. Come on, I'll help you. Come over to my house. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. I'm going to prep meals with you. We're going to do it every Sunday. And here's your bag, da-da-da. Here's your reset. Because if you're going to prep 21 meals a week, that's tough, man. That's why the Nutri-Meals are so great because it's quick. You drink your meal replacement in the morning. You eat your 1 meal in the afternoon. You drink your Nutri-Meal at night. It's a piece of cake, man. Everybody can do that. And if you're hungry, you just need a little snack. Greek yogurt. I'm learning Greek yogurt, man. Whew. How many of you guys ever had Greek yogurt? Dude, it's good. I didn't know how good it was. Okay? You gotta mix it though. Okay, so what I do is I'll chop up strawberries. See, I can do that. You know? So I gotta do stuff that I can do because I can't cook very well. Remember I told you guys? But chop up strawberries, chop up bananas, put some Greek yogurt, boom, put it in there, ready to go. Right? 140 calories. 10 grams of protein. Done. Easy. Okay, so I'm telling you, and do you think I'm embarrassed to bring my pink bag around? No, I want it that bad right now. Do you guys understand? Right now, the reason why I'm getting on my health is because when you're pushing your business hard, if your body's not healthy, you won't be able to push hard enough. You'll get tired. So right now I can't afford to be tired. So I need to make sure that my health is on point. So if I'm eating McDonald's or if I'm eating junk food in between my meetings, I'm gonna get exhausted. I'm gonna show up to my presentation like this. I can't do that right now. I gotta be on top of it. So that's why I decided to do it. So my why for my health is even my business. It's crazy. It's like reversed. Okay, but I want you guys to also start taking note of these things. Prospecting. Tomorrow we're doing a cooking class, right, with my friend Sochi. She's teaching people how to do like vegan meals. If anybody wants to go with me, we still have some seats available. So we're gonna go. I'm bringing my freaking bag. Well, even if I don't get the black one today, hopefully it comes in the mail. But if I don't, I'm gonna bring my pink one. You know. And I'm gonna take my bag and I'm gonna see how she makes the soup. I'm gonna learn how to make the soup, and now I'm gonna have a healthy soup option. How many of you guys know that there's cooking classes that you can go to and all that? There's plenty of cooking classes to go to. You want to prospect, you want to meet people, show up to one. Show up to one and say, hey, I'm here to learn how to cook because I'm prepping my meals. And then this is the same thing. Do you guys catch me on this? Some people don't know how to network, man. Get around people. Get out there. Okay, go to the gym. Shoot, bring your bag with you to the gym. Why not? It's like everywhere you go, if you bring your bag with you, I'm telling you right now, it will be a marketing tool for you. So,
in the backpack.
yeah, the backpack is a little bit more expensive, but it's tight. I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the backpack is really tight. So I wanted to make it the cheapest possible for everybody. I felt $60 I mean, this is a lifetime investment, right? So I just felt like it was cheap. So anyways, you guys are gonna eventually see 100 bags. Oh my God. They're making them in China right now, so they're gonna ship them out. Like, geez. So 100 of these bags. I don't know how long it's gonna take. The VP of the company is calling me, so I'm gonna wait for his call to see how long it's gonna take them to make it. But they make them in China, which I don't know if I like that. You know, I told them, why don't you make them in the USA, man? But they'd probably be like $200 for those. All right. So short term, everybody who's brand new, get on the reset. 1 month goal, short term, do a 28-day transformation. If you're skinny, you better start hitting the weights, dude. Honestly, get in the gym 3, 4, 5 days a week. Take your meal replacement, take your energy drink, take your supplements, and hit the weights. Get in the gym. I guarantee you that if you just talk to people in this room, you'll find someone who is willing to go with you. Go with somebody to the gym. Do I like going to the gym? If you guys know me, if you guys, anybody knows me here. Okay? But am I going? Okay? I'm going. Why? Where's she at? Okay, so we all went together, right? So obviously we had all gone together. We went hiking. We went hiking on what was it? Wednesday morning. Okay, so there we go, a hike. But we talked about the business. We talked about some stuff. It was just, that's what we did. And I find other people who are going to the gym. I'm like, hey, can I go with you? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I just go with them. Do you guys follow me? Like, get on it with this, okay?
Yes.
So 1 week, 1 month. Now, another thing that's encouraging me to do my thing, so that's what I'm doing. You want to know why I'm doing it too? Because convention is coming around. And I got to make sure I look good in my suit, okay?
Right.
I can't go on stage looking like a torta. Does that make sense? I got to make sure I look good, okay? So put that as your goal. Don't be a torta. I'm serious. Like, so anywho, so that's a mid-range. Well, it's after convention's only a month away now. I mean, we're really close. We're cutting it close here. But I'm hiking 30 miles at the end of July at Machu Picchu. That's another reason why I'm on it. See how I find all these whys? You need more than one reason to keep you motivated, guys. Do you follow me? Multiple reasons to keep motivated. All right, mid-range goals. So that's a short-term health goal. What's a short-term business goal? Short-term business goal would be to get at least 4 people to do the reset and transformation with you. That's a good short-term goal. Am I on it? Got 1, right? Got 2. He's gonna do he just received his packaged products, right? Got my nephew. My nephew, unfortunately, this is very sad for me to say. My nephew is 18 years old. Okay? He's my cousin's kid. So I call him my nephew, but he's 18 years old. He went to the doctor. They told me he has 2 years to live. 2 years to live. I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you kidding me? And she's my cousin, but I call her my sister. She goes, yeah, she was crying. And I'm all like, dude, I said, look, I don't want to be hard on you, but can you accept responsibility for this right now? And she goes, yes. And I was like, okay, because if you don't accept responsibility, we can't change it right now. So it was a serious talk. And then she goes, okay, what do I do? Got reset, got transformed. And I said, you better do it with them because you're not in the best health yourself. So he went to the hospital and they did a physical on him, and he has psoriasis of the liver. Obviously, he doesn't drink and he doesn't smoke, but he eats very bad. He's over 300 pounds. Okay, so his liver is really bad. That's it. That's where people are right now, man. You think drinking and smoking is the only concern you have? Eating poorly is just as dangerous as drinking and smoking. Just as, if not more dangerous.
Right.
If not more dangerous. Because nobody tells you to stop. Right? If anything, we encourage each other. You know? Oh, let's go get in and out, bro. Come on. Like, right? Nobody's just like, let's go smoke, man. Come on. Like, it's like, I don't know. I don't think that's as popular nowadays. Okay? Anyways. But the point I'm trying to make is that you really have to become alert with this. So I got my nephew on it.
Nice.
Yesterday was his last day of reset. 5 days, right? He lost 11 pounds. And his mom also lost 6 pounds. So I got him on the Hepacil. I talked to Sergio Rojas. I asked the scientists. I said, I have somebody who has liver challenges. What can we do? They said, triple up on Hepacil, Proflavanol, Coquinan, triple up on these things. I said, okay. So he's taking 3 times the normal dosage for Coquinan, Omega, and Hepacil. Okay, obviously he's taking his health pack as well. Here's the problem. The kid can't swallow pills. He can swallow big chunks of steak, but he can't swallow steak. I can't believe it. Okay, and I told him, hey, no excuses. So we went to Walmart and we bought the little pill grinder. And I told him, you're gonna grind these pills until you learn how to swallow them. So every morning he's grinding his pills and he's putting them in his shake and he's drinking them. I said, your life's on the line, bud. Let's go. Make sense? And I said, I'm not. And he's like, man, thank you very much, Theo. You're positive. I said, the reason why I'm positive is because I'm focused on the outcome. I'm not focused on the problem, dude. The problem is, like, for example, how many people here are not doing, let's say, don't raise your hand, but just think about this. How many people here are living paycheck to paycheck or you're struggling financially, where you're like a couple of months and you're under? If you're living like that, you're no different than my nephew is, but financially. He's got 2 years to live, right, if he doesn't make any changes. You got 2 months of finances before you're broke, okay? You shouldn't be living your life like that, straight up. Okay, so but what do you focus on? The fact that you're broke, or do you focus on the fact that you need to make money? See, follow me? You need to focus on the fact that you need to make money. How are you at your age broke? There's no excuse. There's no excuse, man. Stop. See, you hanging out with people who are broke just like you, that's the problem. You think it's okay. Just like if you hang out with fat people all the time and you're fat, that's because you think it's okay because everyone around you is like that. It's not okay, man. Get away from some of those people. Start surrounding yourself with people who are thinking bigger. This is very important. And I don't want to be rude. I'm trying to be honest. Remember this. How many of you guys have heard this before? The sweetest lie. I'm sorry. The most bitter truth is always better than the sweetest lie. Have you guys heard that? For me, I want somebody to be honest with me all the time. Even if it's not what I want to hear. But I want people to be honest if their intentions for me are good. And my intentions for everyone in this room is I want you guys to succeed. Believe me. I do want you guys to succeed. I come from a very, very, very challenged background, okay, as far as financially and my family and all that stuff. Like, I'm not going to get into it right now, but I'll give you guys an example of this. I grew up with both parents, loving parents. Father was an alcoholic for the majority of my childhood, so it really hit a toll on it. So I know what it's like to struggle financially. I didn't have a lot of money growing up. I was broke. My family's been broke for the majority of their lives, and I've always wanted to be the type of person to make a difference, to do a good thing. Okay, like that's always been me. And I saw this picture. I want to show you guys this photo. Okay, you got to see this thing. It's hilarious. Don't laugh though. I got this picture. Oh shoot! Here it is. I got this picture yesterday. You guys got to see this thing. This thing is too funny. All right. So when I was a kid, this wall is by my house. It's down the street from my house, and they used to tag up this wall, the gangsters. Okay, QT and Wicked. And all they used to tag up this wall. And I used to go out there and I used to paint this wall. I used to save my money, buy a bucket of paint, and I used to paint this wall every single week. And every single week they would tag it up. And every single week I'd go out there and paint it. Every single week. Okay, you see how discouraged I look? Because I was sick of it. Because every time I painted it, somebody would come and tag it up. Okay? So I'm letting you guys know, like, that's where I come from. So people just don't understand. Like, I always talk about that I grew up in the ghetto and all that. Somebody sent this picture to me yesterday, and I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, dude, I didn't even know somebody took a photo of that. Okay? But somebody captured that moment. Okay? So I want to let you guys know, like, it's a serious thing for me, man. Like, I come from a really rough background. But there's no excuses. You can rise from wherever you're at. And some of you guys are in a pretty good spot already. You guys have friends. You guys have people that are willing to help you and all that. Crazy. Okay, let me show you this one. I got to show you this. Remember I told you guys about the picture? All right, you guys got to see this thing, man. This is too much. This is too much. When I see this picture, I'm just like, whoa. All right. You guys ready? Look at me right here, man. Can you guys see me there? No, come on. Do I look heavier in that picture or not?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big picture of me. Man, look, my buttons are hanging out for dear life right here. I'm the last man standing here. Out of all of these people here, as far as, well, obviously Liz, but I'm saying like guys-wise. So when people talk about like, well, my mentors and people helping me and all this was my upline in USANA. He's no longer here. This is a guy that I brought in who created a millionaire. He's no longer here. This is another person who's diamond director, no longer here. And that's his girlfriend, his wife, I'm sorry, no longer here. So when you look at that, I look at this picture and I think to myself, what's my excuse? Some of you guys say, but my upline and this and that. Dude, my upline, downlines, all these people, and it doesn't matter. I'm still growing. I'm on the first week completed of my 3-star run, and these guys are not even around. And some people will say, I know, but you want to make more money doing something else, right? I don't believe that you can make more money doing it somewhere else. And even if you could, which I don't believe you can, but even if you could, it was always about this for me. You follow me? It was never just about making money. It was always about making a difference from childhood. Do you guys get me on this? So if you're promoting a product that you know is more expensive and is not as good for people, and you're okay getting your paycheck like that, then that's on you. Make sense? That's on you. But that's not me. And that will never be me. Are you guys with me on this or not?
Yes.
So why do I do USANA? Because now I feel like I'm not cleaning up a wall anymore. Now I feel like I'm cleaning and I'm changing lives. So that people don't have to live in neighborhoods like this. And if they do, they can help their community if they do. I never want to go out there and feed the homeless. Somebody say, why don't you feed the homeless? The reason why is because I want to help enough people that are like us so that we can all go out there and feed homeless people. Do you guys understand? Like, it's like, if I'm doing it by myself, that's great. I want to encourage all of you guys to take care of yourselves so you can go out there and help other people take care of themselves. We don't want to go out there and create dependency. We want to create independence. That's what it's about for me too. That's why I don't like giving people stuff. I want to teach people how to get it on their own. There's a big difference in that. Anyways, so I want to share that picture with you guys. Hopefully it's not a little cheesy. That picture's insane, man. You know what? I still wear striped shirts. I think that never really changed. See? Some things never change, okay? Anyways, all right, let's go back to the PowerPoint. So, wanted to give you guys a little taste of that and why I do this business. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited about USANA still. It's been 9 years. It's going to be 10 years in October. 10 years. You think I can fake it for 10 years? No, man. There's no faking it, okay? So, short-term, mid-range goals. What are some mid-range goals for you guys? I would say this for sure. Goal director minimum within 6 months. Minimum. If you're not a goal director after 6 months, I already know why. Because you didn't start your reset, you didn't do your 28-day transformation, you didn't get 4 people to do the reset and the transformation. That's why. Because you got to start right there. Okay, what's the next thing for your first month? Enroll 4 people. Sign up 4 people. I'll tell you something. If you're out there taking care of your health, if you're out there talking to people, if you talk to 5, you get 1. Talk to 5 more, you get 1 more. Talk to 5 more, you get 1 more. Talk to 5 more, you get 1 more. You'll have your 4. It's as simple as that, but you're thinking too much about it. You're thinking about it, and you're thinking about it. You're thinking, I know, but how do I, you're thinking, just go up to them and say, hey, I got a project, I want to show it to you. I got a project, I want to show it to you. I got a project, I want to show it to you. I got a project. If you just did that, that would be more effective than sitting at home thinking about it. Because thinking about it does nothing. Okay? You got to change your lifestyle a little bit too your first month. So you know how we talked about doing a detox for your reset? You got to do 5 days straight of no music, no TV, personal development only. No music, no TV. Just personal development all day. All day. Listen to 1 or 2 audios. That's it. The same ones over and over and over, and get that programming deep inside of you.
Yep.
Deep inside of you. You just like you're shocking your body with the reset and detoxing, you got to detox this, man. This thing is more contaminated than your liver, guaranteed. Because there's all these programming things that you've told yourself that you can't do. You've told yourself you can't do it already. I know I'm saying bring it forward, and you're already thinking, but how is, you don't know. You don't know my friends, they're stupid, they're lazy. They don't like network marketing, they all think it's a scam. Do you get me? You've been telling yourself that? You haven't even talked to them. Yeah, I talked to them. How many of them? 3. Takes 5 to get 1. Okay, I talked to 5. I didn't get 1. Talk to 5 more. Maybe we'll get 2 out of the next 5 then. But the odds are always going to show up. The odds will always be there. Okay? So keep that in mind. And if some of you guys are like, well, you know, Mike, I don't know. It's still not working out. If you're doing it, know that this is possible at the end, right? This is why I think people stick with school. Because they wait for that moment. I think they envision this. Right? Like, I know, right? Or they envision this, right, when they want to run. Right? They want in that marathon. Anybody ran a marathon here? Did you run a marathon, really? Wow.
I have, actually, not a marathon.
Not a full marathon? Half marathon. Anybody run a full marathon here? No? Well, we have. I think Stephanie's run some marathons, right? Okay. So who's training for a marathon? You're training for a full marathon?
I have.
I can't forget that. So I think people focus on this, right? Crossing that finish line, right? Or why do you become a violinist? Well, because you want to eventually play. Makes sense. You want to be one of the greats. So did you know who this is? No? Supposedly, okay, he's the greatest violinist of all time. They said that Gendellini, he sold his soul to the devil. That's how good he was. That people believe that that's what he did. Okay? They're hating, okay? They didn't see that the man practiced every day, probably. He woke up early, practiced hours and hours and hours and hours. When he slept, he was thinking about it. Anyways, that's what people say. Right? All right. So Bear, belief, energy, action, results. You got to believe that it's worth it. You got to believe that you can do it. Can you do the reset? Yes, you can. Can you do a 28-day transformation? It won't be easy, but it's possible. You can do it. I'm telling you, man. And let's say you mess up one day out of your 28 days. Like, let's say you fall victim to the double-double. Let's say you fall victim. If it's one meal, don't stop. Just keep going from there. Do you get me? Don't think you're not going to fall off the wagon. If you fall off the wagon, right after that, back on it. Keep going. You're not going to get obese with one meal. But that one meal several times for days and weeks and months, that's how you do it. So come on, dude. Someone say, oh, I messed up. What do you mean you messed up? I ate a double-double yesterday. Okay, 1, right? Yeah. All right, keep going. Keep on it. Don't go back to that. Keep on it. Do you guys understand? So same thing like this, like, oh, I didn't talk to anybody yesterday. So what? What about today? Get back on it. Talk to 2 people today. Come on. Do you guys get me? It's kind of like, don't stay down. Don't stay down. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop being a victim. Just get back on it right away. Okay? So believe. Belief is required that you can do this. Once you believe, now, let me tell you how you build belief in yourself. When you talk to 5 and you actually get 1, then you'll believe more. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So the key is doing it, because if you believe, you'll have energy, and energy leads to action. Action leads to results. And the result will just build your belief even further. And now this is happening. This spiral effect right here is a very powerful spiral. Okay? And it goes the opposite way as well. Lack of belief creates lack of energy. Lack of energy creates lack of action. Lack of action creates lack of results. Lack of results creates lack of belief. And that's a downward spiral. So remember, it has a reverse effect as well. And I've seen people who they fall into like this this depression almost, where they just don't believe in themselves anymore. They don't believe that they can do it. And it's kind of like, you got to snap out of that. How do you snap out of it? You've got to get on the detox. First 5-day reset, 5 days of personal development straight. Don't listen to anything else. Don't watch anything. Don't listen to anything. Just straight personal development, 5 days straight. Guaranteed you'll be back on it. Guaranteed. It's just the way it goes. Before I start any of my rank advancements, I always go on the reset the week before. So I don't know if you guys know that, but I'll always go on the reset the week before a rank advancement to prepare myself physically. And I started listening to personal development to prepare myself mentally. Because I know I'm going to try to talk myself out of it. Isn't that crazy? Like, I know that I am, as where I'm at right now, 9.5 years in, I even know that I might talk myself out of it. It's crazy. So I get on it, and I start building my self-confidence. When you do the reset, does that build your self-confidence a little bit? How many of you guys have ever done reset, and after you finish, you feel pretty good about yourself, right? Like, you just feel good about yourself. You're like, man, I did it. Like, I did it 5 days, man. Shoot, no food. Unbelievable. I didn't think I could. 5 days. Unbelievable. And you feel great about yourself. That's why I did the reset, so I can build my self-confidence a little bit. Yeah. And we're listening to personal development. Jim Rohn, every day, every day, every day. Why? To build up my mental personal development. Again, the confidence. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, I'm giving you guys the secrets right now. This is how it all starts. Some of you guys are already on your 20. I know that Cindy's on her 28-day transform, right? Or you've been on it for how long now? Mid-June? Okay, cool. And your results look good. You can tell. I mean, you look different. So now you're on that pace, right? Get on the personal development and now get 4 people to do the same. That's it. How many of you guys believe that there are 4 people out there that are out of shape, overweight, or obese that need this? Guys, 60% of Americans are overweight and or obese. Okay, that's not a joke. That's a huge number of people. All right, so come on. It's some people see that, and I see opportunity. Like there's an opportunity to help people and transform lives. Let's go out there and transform lives. Okay? So the next thing is the financial part, right? I think a lot of people don't believe that their friends have the money. You see, that's what you believe. You believe, my friends don't have money to buy this stuff. Right? See, that's your belief right there. My friends don't have money to buy this stuff. How much does a Starbucks coffee cost? How much is that? How much is that?
Like
Okay.
$2.75.
$2.75 for that?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't go to Starbucks too often, but I was doing presentations with Luis, and he wanted what was it again? A caramel macchiato. Hot. He wanted that, and I didn't know what to order, so I always order the tea, the iced tea, what is it?
Peach.
It's like a passion fruit iced tea, something like that, yeah. See, people know the menu at Starbucks like that. You got to know the product information booklet in USANA like that. Okay, anyway. All right, so I'm serious. I know you're brand new, but I'm just saying, like the way you study the Starbucks menu, same way you got to study the product booklet in USANA. Starbucks is making you no money. This will make you money if you know it. Do you guys get me on this? It's like, I guarantee you, if I asked you what's the menu at McDonald's, what's the menu at In-N-Out, what's the menu at Starbucks, you would know more items on all of those menus than you would on the product information book. How crazy is that? That's insane. That's insane. It just shows programming, right? So I want you guys to be responsible about that. So to believe in yourself, go read the product information booklet. Some of you guys say, it's just Mike, I don't believe that I can get people to buy this. When you read it and you understand the product very well, you're going to feel confidence to go out there and talk to people because now you understand it. When I talk to people about the product, oh man, I believe in it. I know exactly, I feel that confidence because I know what the product does. I really do. Okay. So what were we saying? Oh yeah, about the Starbucks, about the financial. So for those 2 cups of coffee or the coffee and tea, I saw my receipt, $9. I don't know if I got ripped off. $9? I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe my eyes. $9? That is unfreaking believable. And that is an indicator that you have to stop believing all your friends that they don't have money for this. Stop believing them. Because a Nutri-Meal is about $3. That means you get 2 meals for $6. That's insane to think that. And if you're doing meal prep, believe me, you'll save a fortune. You will save a fortune doing meal prep. This week, I've hardly spent any money on food, man. I feel richer already. I kid you not. So I'm not eating meat right now, right? So I'm back on that. And it's like I've kind of given up meat a couple times. So it's easier now because now I can just eat what I have. Do you guys get me? And it's like you buy the healthy stuff too. So you cook the healthy stuff. Does that make sense? So just prepare your meals, have it there, put it in a little cooler, and go. Simple as that. I kid you not. you will save a fortune. How much do you spend on food every month? Just think about it real quick. Be honest too. I know people say, no, I don't spend too much. I don't really eat out. Baloney. You're eating something. Say it.
About 200.
Okay, about 200? All right. That's if you're spending, I would go look again. Go look again and you'd be surprised. A lot of people feel like they spend like 200. It's closer to like 300 plus. 300 plus when you count coffees, when you count food, when you count gas station snacks, when you count Krispy Kreme, when you count when you throw it all in, popcorn at the movie theater, like when you throw it all in, because that's food too. Don't tell me that don't tell me that if you go to the movie theater, you're gonna go buy popcorn if you have your little bag with you. Of course not.
You in the theater with that?
No, bring your snack and your banana in your pocket. Shoot, I would not eat a popcorn at the movie theater. That thing is what, like $10? How much is a drink at the movie theater? 5? I'm letting you guys know, man. It's just insane. So guys, don't stop believing that. Stop believing that your friends don't have money. Stop. It's a total lie. And if your parents are the ones buying your food, you have a conversation with your parents and you tell them, Mom, Dad, thank you for all the food you buy for us. I want to buy healthy foods and I'm going to prepare them and I'm going to do them. Can you help me with that? You think your parents are going to say, healthy? What's wrong with you? Do you think they're going to go down that route? I don't know. And if they do, you have to be a better salesperson then. Be more persistent than that. Be more persistent than that. We were talking about people. Wait. What? Linda? No. Hold on. Katia was telling me about her little brother. Okay, smart kid. And her little brother talked to his parents, and he has convinced his parents to get him a BMW. This kid is the master salesperson. I kid you not. He's a straight A student though, right? He's a good kid. Okay? But see how he's negotiated? You don't know how to negotiate. If you can ask your parents for healthy meals, you don't know how to negotiate. You got to tell your mom and dad, Mom, Dad, you're buying my meals? Look, I'll do the chores. I'll do the dishes the whole week. I'll do all of this. I just want you to buy me these shakes and these healthy meals that I'm going to prepare myself. Can you do that for me? You think they're going to be like, no, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. I don't like this one bit. I'll tell you right now, I want to see it. I'll stand next to you when you talk to your parents and you say it just like that you're going to do dishes, you're going to clean the house, you're going to do all that. And they're going to say no? No. And if that's the case, if you have parents like that, then it's your job to go get a job and start taking care of yourself, if that's the problem. So no excuses. If you have parents that are that hard on you and don't want to help you, you need to go get a freaking job and start taking care of yourself. It's time to be independent. Right? I said get away from negative people, and if your parents are the negative people, you got to move out. I'm serious. For me at my household, my parents were I love my mom and dad. But when I started USANA, they were so negative. Whew, I couldn't be in the house, man. I would leave the house just to be out because I couldn't be around them too long. Because all I would hear is, turn off the lights. You don't understand what money is. And you're doing that stupid thing and it's never going to work. And I was like, man, I got to shake this off. Let me go outside for a while. Put Jim Rohn on and cry for It's like, dude, do what you got to do, man. But get away from it. Now when I go talk to my parents, it's different. Now they say, yeah, we never doubted you. Right, whatever. I can remember my mom telling me, you should try something else. You're wasting your time. I remember those exact words, okay? So I don't know about you guys, but for me, I took those things hard, man, back then. But I didn't let it get me down because I believed that it was worth it. You follow me? Like I had total belief in it. So anywho. So can you guys follow this? But remember, it has a negative effect as well. Lack of belief. So if you have lack of belief, how long are you going to stay there? How long are you going to let yourself stay in a lack of belief? Don't let yourself stay there for too long. A month? That's way too long. You shouldn't let yourself stay in a lack of belief for more than a day. There are things. Some people say, I don't know if I believe in network marketing. Fix it. Fix it. Go get educated. Read Business of the 21st Century. Watch Rise of the Entrepreneur. Read your first year in network marketing. Listen to Build Your Network Marketing Business. Guaranteed you'll start to believe in the industry a whole lot more after that. Right? Somebody says, I don't know if I believe in health and nutrition and the supplements and the whole thing. Read the product information booklet. first, read the comparative guide to nutritional supplements, listen to what doctors don't know about nutritional medicine. Like, if you just did those things, you would totally start to believe more in health and nutrition. Just those things alone. It'll turn you. Jordan Kemper said that listening to the audio and reading the book, What Doctors Don't Know About Nutritional Medicine, made him drop out of medical school. Jordan Kemper, if you guys don't know him, was a straight A student, top of his class. Okay? The guy has never had a sip of alcohol. The guy has never smoked a cigarette. The guy has never eaten a potato in his life. Never. Okay? The guy has never had a. I don't even know how to say this. He's never broken his vow to the Lord as far as like having premarital sex or anything like that. The guy is focused like that. And he was going to go to medical school. He's already ready to go. Graduated from Wheaton College, on his way to med school, top of his class, of course. And he said, I don't want to help people as a doctor. I want to help them before they go to the doctor. After listening and reading the book, What Doctors Don't Know About Nutritional Medicine.
Who wrote it?
Dr. Ray Strand. After that book, he dropped out of medical school and pursued USANA. All of his friends made fun of him. All of his friends laughed at him. People were against him. People said, you're stupid. You're wasting your time. How are you going to go sell vitamins? You were going to be a doctor. Do you see? But he believed that what he was doing was right. Now Jordan has impacted more people than he could have ever impacted as a physician. And he's preventing diseases from ever happening. That's huge. You need to have that conviction inside yourself too. That's why we do USANA here. How many patients does the doctor see every day? Right? She's a nurse, right? So she's training nurses, skilled nurse facility, the whole thing. How many patients does the doctor see a day?
Depends, sometimes as much as 30, 50 sometimes,
Okay.
less.
So let's just say 30 patients a day, right? How many people does Jordan see between him and his whole organization a day? Thousands. And how many of those people are avoiding doctor visits now because they're taking care of their health every single day? Do you guys get me? But it was his vision to do that. Do you have a vision like that? Make sense? But it didn't start right there. It started with him taking care of his health first, obviously him using the products, him educating himself, him setting goals, him taking care of his family. His mom's health is much better, and she was suffering from a lot of different issues. It's like, that's what it takes, man. So please understand this. Belief. Don't spend, like today, if you have lack of belief in the industry, which is network marketing, the health industry, which is part of our industry as well, if you have lack of belief in the company, USANA, I don't know how people can lack belief in the company. I think we're past that already, right? Okay, if you still have lack of belief in the company, come talk to me after the presentation, all right? Because you really need to sit down and talk to me. There's no way you can lack belief in USANA. USANA is solid, rock solid, okay? If you lack belief in the products, then you really need to try them, first of all, the way you're supposed to. Don't take the health pack once a day, and then next week you take it again. You got to take the products twice a day, every day for life. That's the way it is. Do the reset, do the transform. You're going to believe more in the product after that. And get educated. Comparative Guide to Nutritional Supplements. Read that book. Powerful. What Doctors Don't Know About Nutritional Medicine. Listen to that audio or read that book by Dr. Ray Strand. That's it. Those two things right there will get you on the right path. Alrighty. So let's move forward. Basic training, right? Still on it. Contact list. Don't prejudge. So right now, we're going to make a contact list. When you're making a contact list, the goal is to write everybody down. Write every single person you know down. Even if they're not 18, write them down because they're still potential customers. Right? We have products for teenagers and children. If they're 4 years old, write them down. Write them down. They should be taking the Usanimals if they're 4 years old. I'm serious. Write everybody down. So when you call your friend and say, hey, are you interested to take care of your health? And they go, no. I say, well, we also have children's products. I want you to consider taking this. It's like, everybody, don't prejudge. My nephew's story, he's 18 now, right? My nephew's story, I really hope to help him. And I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm going to meet with them later on today and help him prep his meals and do all of that. Like he's taking a trip to Laughlin, right, with his family. I already know that that's where he's going to make his mistake. When you're on a road trip, what do? Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, or McDonald's? Which one? So you guys follow me? More mistakes. I'm going to say, here's your little bag. He's going to have to take the pink one with him. I mean, that's all we got. So he's going to take his bag with him. And when they're pulling over at Jack in the Box, you're going to eat your little meals right here. Do you guys get me on this? It's like taking responsibility like that. Are you guys excited about this or no?
Yes.
I want you guys to be excited about your transformation that you're about to go through. Be excited about that, man. You're going to be different. Your skin's going to glow. You're going to stop cellular aging, like cellular oxidation. You're going to actually look younger, longer. How great is that? I think that's important. Okay? So really take care of your health. Take it serious. How many of you were looking for network marketing business before you signed up? How many of you guys were like, I need a network marketing company? Man, and then they called you, you're like, oh, perfect, here we go. How many of you guys were looking for something like that right before they called you? Okay. So what makes you think that your friend's not interested if you weren't looking before? Do you get me?
Yeah.
You're prejudging. Add to your list. Set a simple goal of 2 new contacts a week minimum. Add to your list. So just because you have a list doesn't mean you can't add to that list. Make it a habit of adding to your list weekly. Okay, and how do you add to your list? You got to get outdoors, okay? Like, what does your social life look like? Now, some of you guys say, I don't have a social life because I have kids and because this and because this. Are there activities that moms do, or are moms just like the most antisocial people and depressed people on earth? Is that the case? If you're a mom, can you do activities with your kids? Get to do activities with your kids and with other moms who have kids. Do a watch party at your house to watch a Pixar film and bring moms over and do meal prep while the kids are watching films. I mean, I can give you 1,000 ideas. That's why when people say, Mike, you don't understand because you don't have kids. I'm like, dude, when I have kids, and I will, when I have kids, I'll be doing more prospecting than ever before. Because now I have a prospecting tool with me. The child will be the opening conversation in every single place I go to. Do you guys understand? Like, it's just don't hide behind your kids, man. Don't. Okay? And I know I'm saying it. I don't have a kid, so it's hard for me to really relate all the way. But what I'm saying makes sense, doesn't it? Can you do those types of things? Do you think if you're helping your kids with their diet, and if the mom, I know a lot of moms who have put on weight, right? And when they put on weight, what do they want to do? They want to get rid of it, but they need help. There you go. Say, hey, let's do it together. Come on. You, me, Jane, Sarah, let's all do it together. There you go. Say, I'm going to show you guys some new ideas that I have. I got this little bag. I got this little system here. We're going to prepare meals. We're going to cook together. And, oh, I got the kids. I know, bring them. We're going to have them watch Up while we're doing this. How many of you guys have seen Up already? That's probably one of the, that film right there says it all. I kid you not. If you didn't see Up, watch Up today. That's part of your homework assignment. I think Up is the film that if kids watch it, they'll dream bigger. For sure. That's a good film to watch, not the Minions. Okay? If you want to be a fool, go watch the Minions. I kid you not. The Minions are just upsetting me right now. I kid you not. It's just not good, man. Not good. But when you guys watch Up, what does it teach you in the film? What does it teach you?
Love is forever.
Right. Love is forever. What else does it teach you? It's never too late. I like that. Okay, what else?
Let go of the past.
Let go of the past. What else? You got a dream? If you guys watch the film, in the beginning of the film, it shows how money, time, or health holds you back from the things that you want to do in your life. That's it. I mean, that should be like the USANA. Like if somebody says, oh, I don't know what I should do USANA, I'd say, watch Up. Don't let that happen to you. I mean, it's because it's going to be either money, time, or health that's going to hold you back from living your dream. That's in the first literally 5 minutes of the film. First, it was what? His money, right? He kept breaking his little piggy bank and getting the money, and breaking his little piggy bank and getting the money. And then time became a factor, where he was working, selling his balloons, and he was always just getting ready for work, putting his tie on, selling his balloons and selling his balloons. He was self-employed. He needed USANA in his life. He needed to find a way to get leverage. He had no leverage. Yes or no?
Yes.
He had absolutely no leverage. He should have trained people how to sell the balloons, and then he would have been fine, you know? but he never got around to it. He never got the course. He never read the book. He never went to the seminar. He never made the discovery. Okay, so, and then what happened? After that, Evans was working for a while. Finally, when he realized it, he's like, okay, it's time, let's go. But at that point, now his wife was too old and she was sick. See, now health held him back. And then what do? See, there's nothing you can do at that point. And then boom, his wife's gone. Do you get me? Like if you watch the film, I kid you not, it creates the why in USANA. It does. And I say it all the time, that money, time, or health, those are the three things that you got to figure out already. Stop lagging on it. It's not going to take you a long time to figure out the money and the time thing. It's going to take you about 6 months of committed work. 6 months can turn it around for you where you never have to worry about money or time again. I kid you not. So you're like, how? I'm going to show you right now how to do it exactly. But 6 months is what it takes. Okay? So add to your list. What do you do with your social life? So for me, what do? I love hockey. I love hanging out with friends. I love watching movies, things like that, right? So what do? I go to do those things. All right? So for example, tomorrow I'm going to go to a cooking class, right? I told you guys already, the vegan soup. And while I'm there, there's going to be at least 20 people there, at least. And I'm going to make friends with those people that are there. I'm adding them to my contact list. That's it. Wherever I go, I add people to my contact list. Simple as that. Now, how many of you guys like going to like restaurants and hanging out, coffee shops, things like that? Does anybody do that? Like go to a restaurant or go to a coffee shop? So this week, obviously, I met with a lot of different people and I was meeting in coffee shops and restaurants. You better believe that everywhere I went, I was networking as well. Does anybody know Monkey Business in Orange County? That restaurant, Monkey Business? Yeah. Monkey Business is a nonprofit organization. And it's a restaurant in Fullerton. Okay, and what they do is they have like a foster home, and they get these kids that are troubled youth, and then they give them a job at their restaurant. And that's so they're giving them work experience so that they can get into the real world, because nobody's going to give them work experience because they're troubled teens. Okay, or troubled youth, or people that are already 18, 19, 20, right? So they have them working there, and they give them that work experience. So I talked to the owner. Make sense? I said, hey, let's do something together. I say, I like what you're doing, but let's implement nutrition and health into the program at the foster home. And they're like, okay, let's talk about this. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's just ideas like brewing all the time, but you have to ask. I said, are you interested in health and nutrition, diet and exercise for the foster kids? And she goes, yeah, it's a woman. She goes, yeah. I was like, perfect, then let's integrate that. Let's talk. She goes, okay, cool. Come on Monday. I said, perfect. Do you guys understand? So it's like you have to find ways to talk to people. But that's a great contact, because if I make that contact, now I have access to all of the employees at that restaurant and all the people that they know. Same thing with Luis. Luis is the manager or the supervisor at Super King, a grocery store. And it's funny, I hang out with him and everybody knows him. Like whether I'm standing on the street or whatever, it was like, hey, what's up? And it's like, dude, you're like super popular around here, man. It's like everybody knows you. But he's already building his business as well. Okay? And this is his first week in the business. And he already has 3 new associates in his team. Can we give a round of applause? So what does that mean? But he started midweek. So we can't really count one full week until Wednesday. But as he has his 4 new associates, what's the next step? They got to get on the product and they got to get their 4. Simple as that. That's all we're going to do. And we're not going to make excuses about it. We're just going to do it. If you don't approach them, someone else will. And that's a valuable lesson to learn too. You need to approach them because somebody else will approach them. This industry is growing. People are talking to people about this industry. I was with Lise on Thursday, and we were trying to talk to this one girl. Okay, what was her name? The girl in Burbank.
Oh, Delar.
Delar. We're trying to talk to Delar. So I'm like, all right, let's go do this meeting, man. So we got ready and we're like, all right, because we had just finished another meeting. So we went to go to this other meeting. And we show up and it's a freaking mansion in Burbank. I'm like, whoa. I mean, this is like a mega mansion in the gated community. I'm just like, so I'm excited. I'm like, all right, we got somebody here who's got resources. They're really going to make it happen. And we get inside and there's a bunch of people in there. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I was like, is this happening to me? The setup? The sting operation? You guys know where this is going, right? Okay, so I get there, everyone's really nice. I'm like, wait a minute, everyone's too nice here. Hold on. And then I saw the little sandwiches in the water, and I was like, oh. I saw the dip. I was like, I know what this is. Okay, so I already knew it was coming, right? So finally, everyone gets there, and then the speaker goes up, says, "Watch this video," and then we watch a video. Okay, and then the other speaker comes up and lays it down. Boom. And then at the end, right away, the speaker came straight for me because I was participating. So the whole meeting, just because I'm in there was another company meeting going on. Okay, so we got set up. But the whole point is, as the meeting is going on, what am I doing? I'm like, that's right. Yep, me right here. Like, I'm participating with the meeting because I'm still going to add value to this industry, as opposed to being there like a hater. And we want to show class. You follow me? So that when they find out that we're from USANA, they go, hey, those USANA guys are pretty good. Good people. Do you guys understand? So it's showing that those manners. So anyways, the meeting was over, and the speaker comes right up to me and goes, hey, man, I like your energy. So what's up? Did you like what you saw? And I was like, well, I've been doing network marketing for 9.5 years. And he goes, oh, yeah, so which company? USANA and blah, blah, blah. So we got into talking. And I told him, like, hey, I'll let you get to your guests because he had a lot of guests there. So I was like, I'll let you get to your guests so you can talk to them. And then I just hung back and I waited. But the guest that he brought, because we were going to talk to 2 people, the guest that he brought, they were closing him. And I was just like, anyways, he didn't sign up with them. But the whole point is they were trying to close our friend. So we got set up, man. We got set up. But whatever. That happened. The point I'm trying to make is that there's people out there talking to people, whether you like it or not. It's happening. And the people that were in that room are high-end people too. Like one of the guys owns a restaurant in Old Town Pasadena. And he was one of the guys there. You guys want to know which company it was?
What?
Okay, it was called ACN. How many of you guys know ACN? You guys know it or heard of it? It's $500 to join, right? You don't get anything. You don't get any products, okay? You got to get 5 services to switch over, which is not too hard, I think. But when you look at how much money you make off those services switching over, it's literally fractions of a percent. It's 1/4%, so 0.025. You follow me? So that's how much you're getting of a percentage of the bill. And it's just crazy. Like they were saying, you got to get $160,000 in monthly billing. You got to get about 16,000 customers. And with 16,000 customers, you're going to make $10,000, something to that effect. I was like, they're making it sound like 16,000 people are growing on trees. Okay? In USANA, we need 400 customers that are doing a 100-point auto order. That's it. 400 to do the same. If you have 400 people on auto order, you're a solid Ruby director, you'll be making the same. 400 or 16,000. That's a huge difference. That's a lot of people. And that's if they're doing a 100-point auto order. Shoot, if they're doing a 200-point auto order, then you only need 200. So 200, 400 versus 16,000, it just seems really challenging. And people are not getting anything for their money. So if they invested the 500 and they didn't do anything, it's over. Game over. You lost $500. If you guys invest money into USANA and it didn't work out for you, you'll have vitamins, nutritional products, food for the next few months. You just consume it and that's it. You got your money's worth.
Right.
Nobody loses anything.
Right.
Okay? The next thing is Donald Trump's like the spokesperson for them, right? So as soon as they put in Donald Trump, you see all the Latinos go. It was like that, dude. Like Trump came on, and it was like I was like, oh shit. I was like, you don't want to put Trump on right now, dude. I got scared when I saw Trump come on. I seriously went like, I was like anyways, yeah. I mean, whatever with Trump, you know. But the whole point is, yeah, the perception of Trump in the Latino community is probably not where it needs to be right now, right? The perception. Okay? So everybody's got their own views on it. So if you don't approach them, someone else will. So that's important. All right. So how do you build your contact list? You got to sponsor. I'm sorry. How do you do your sponsoring for? So let me show you guys how this works. It takes everybody a commitment to do this. Okay. This is the new way of thinking in USANA. If you get involved, you're going to have your 3 business centers. There's 2 ways to get started. You can get started with 1 business center, or you can get started with 3 business centers. 1 business center, if you want to get it like the cheapest way possible, you can probably get it for about $250 plus tax and shipping. Okay, $250 plus tax and shipping. If you want to get 3 business centers, now you can get it for $729 plus tax and shipping. Okay? So if you have 1 business center, it's 200 points. If you have 3 business centers, it's 400 points. Okay? With 1 business center, you can earn 10% of the points that come in. And with 3 business centers, you can earn 20% of the points that come in. So the way we're going to build USANA is we're going to build with 3 business centers. If somebody only has enough for 1, I honestly believe that we can't really count them as a serious business builder yet. Now they have 6 weeks to upgrade from 1 to 3, but there's some catches there. Okay, it doesn't work the same way, and I'll explain it to you guys in a second. So if you talk to 10, you get 2. That's all you need to know. Don't think about it. You'll make $820 for signing up 4 people. Okay, if you sign up 4 people, you make $820. Set the pace for your team. Keep it simple. If it takes you a year to bring 4, it's going to take them a year to bring 4. If it takes you a month to bring 4, it's going to take them a month to bring 4. So set the pace for your team. All right? In prospecting, if you're making friends and adding them to your list, greet, compliment, connect, and contact. We've talked about this before. I'm not going to get into it too much right now. But that's the way you're prospecting, right? So you greet someone, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? If you're not used to saying hello to people, you're never going to compliment anybody.
Right.
So I made a contact the other day when I was getting gas. It was a woman from Belize. So she was getting gas as well, and she had a big smile on her face. And I was like, hey, man, I said, what are you so happy about? Share with me. See? But it was just because it feels natural to me. Because she was smiling and I was smiling. And I was like, hey, what's up? Why are you so happy? I was like, share with me. Why are you so happy? And then we got into it. She goes, oh, I love life. You know, I just got out of church and this and this. And I was just like, that's great. I was like, where are you from? And then she goes, I'm from Belize. I was like, I love Belize. And then so compliment. I was connecting with her on Belize. Now somebody was saying, oh, see, but I didn't go to Belize. The way you connect is Belize. Oh, I've always wanted to go there. I want to check it out. Why didn't tell me about it? People always believe that they're missing something. Oh, see, that's why I didn't go to Belize. That's why I can't contact Belize. It's like, no, just say Belize. I've never been, man. What's it like? I would love to add it to my list. I want to travel and I'd love to go there. Connecting with her, and then contact. I said, hey, let's keep in touch. I was like, let's keep in touch, man. Positive people need to stick together. And she goes, for sure. Here's my number. Awesome. That was it, man. That was it. I messaged her later on that day, and I said, it was very nice meeting you. I said, keep that smile going. And she goes, yeah, hey, you too. And then I said, maybe we could connect for coffee sometime. And she goes, yeah, for sure. Done. I'll have coffee with her. I'll meet her, and I'll let her know my project. That's it. When I meet with her, I'll let her know my project. I'll say, hey, let me tell you about the project that I'm working on right now. The project I'm working on right now is I'm really helping people with their health. And then I'm just going to tell her about it. I'm just going to meet with her and tell her about it. Straight up. And what if she says no? I got to talk to 9 more, and I'm going to get 2. See, I'm not thinking about it anymore. I don't care if she says yes or no. I'm just going to talk to 10 and get 2. That's all you need to know, right? Anywho. I'm sorry. This guy's making me laugh right now. Adrian. He's just way too funny. He's way too funny. How many of you guys have Netflix? Anybody have Netflix here? How many of you guys have GoPro full access? Okay. He goes, there's something wrong with that. He says, if you got Netflix and you don't have GoPro full access, he goes, there's something wrong with that. Because, like, you know, where are you putting your time and your money? Do you guys understand? That's not saying don't. I'd say have enough money to have both. Okay? That's my answer. But if you're struggling financially and you're like at the end of your rope and you have one without the other, something's wrong with that. Okay? So get your priorities straight. So compliment, connect, contact. So can you guys follow that structure? So when I say hi to someone, I just smile like, hey, how's it going? Let's say I'm at Starbucks, okay? And I say hello to someone. Hey, how's it going? And they're working at Starbucks and there's no one there. And I say, so I did that at Starbucks actually when I picked up the coffees. I didn't get her number though, because there was just too much going on. But I complimented her. I said, man, this Starbucks is clean. And it was inside, it was the cleanest Starbucks I'd ever seen. And then she goes, yeah, I like to clean. And I was like, I can tell. I can tell. This thing's responding. And then I asked her, I said, is this like a job or is this like a career for you? See, that's how you connect. Is this a job or is this a career? Whenever I'm talking to people that work in the corporate world or work in like restaurants or whatever, I ask them that question. Is this a job or is this a career? And she goes, it's just a job. She goes, it's not my career. And I was like, oh, cool, you're going to school right now? She goes, yeah. And then we started talking. I never got to contact though, because her manager was like, hey, hurry up. And then she was like moving around too much. So that was that. But do you guys see how I got through the first 3 steps? And some people say, yeah, but you didn't get the contact. It's like, it doesn't matter, dude. I'm practicing and I keep doing it and I keep doing it and I keep doing it. That's how you get good. All right. As far as inviting people. Now, once you have the contact to invite them, say less to more. I think the problem is people are saying way too much.
Right.
Don't say too much. When you're inviting people to come see the presentation, you call them and you're like, hey, how's it going? I got this business. It's called USANA Health Sciences. We're publicly traded. We have products. It's like you're saying all that stuff. That's way too much information. Way too much information. Don't explain the business. We'll do that in the presentation. Next, be excited. That's very important. If you're not excited about what you're doing, people are not going to be excited about what you're doing. But how can you get excited? When you have a goal in mind and you love what you're doing, you're going to be excited, for sure. When you have a goal in mind, you're going to be excited. If you don't have a goal in mind, it's hard to get excited. Okay? So what is your goal right now? What's your goal for this week? If you have that goal and you're focused on it, you're going to be excited, for sure. So I always think about it this way. Think about when you love what you do. If you love what you do, for sure, does anybody have to push you to do it? No, you just do it, right? Like if you love what you do, for example, like you like working out, nobody has to call you and wake you up to work out. You just get up and you go. So I want to make sure you guys are excited, but you guys have to figure out, what do you love about this? Honestly, what is it? For me, I love helping people. I love seeing people transform. I love seeing people healthy and happy. I love seeing people make progress in their life. I love those things about it. That's why I'm excited. I love what I do. I love that we have a company of integrity that keeps it together, that doesn't lie to people, that does everything right. I love that. So therefore, I just work at it, right? When you have doubt about it, then it doesn't work anymore, right? It doesn't work the same. So it's kind of like in a relationship. When everything is working, you're happy, you're opening doors, you're pulling chairs out, you're doing all this. When you start to doubt it, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot to pull the chair. See, now you got to be told. Okay, because now there's doubts. Things are sinking in. All right, talk about the destination, not the vehicle. When I talk in USANA, I'm talking about where we're going. So talk about where you're going with it. So when you call your friend to invite, don't be like, hey, there's this business that I want you to do, and this and this. It's not like that. Talk about the destination where you're going. Say, hey, I'm working on a project right now, so I can quit my job in 6 months, and I want to share it with you. See, that's a good way to invite. Hey, I'm working on a project right now, and it's going to get me out of my job at Super King in the next 6 months, and I got to share it with you. What is it? Do you have 20 minutes right now? Yes. Okay, let me share it with you. You follow me? It's as simple as that. Okay, I don't know how else to tell you guys. So talk about the destination. Well, where are you going with USANA? You got to talk about that.
Right.
So let's just say, for example, you're talking about your 28-day transformation. I found a way for me to get in really good shape in the next 28 days, and I got to share it with you. Do you have a minute? You follow me? It's kind of like, it doesn't even matter what it is, whether it's a health goal or a financial goal. As long as you're talking about your goal and you want to share it with them, people will, and if you're excited, then people will listen. But if you call and say, hey, I want to share a business project with you, it's like, if you're like that, they're not going to want to do it. Now, if you're not normally excited, and that's not you, it's even better, because now they're like, what the heck got into you? See, because now it's very noticeable. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's talk about the destination of the vehicle. All right, you guys already know this. You know this. All right, so here's what I'm showing you in the compensation plan. Here's the Fast Start package. We didn't talk about it on Thursday, but this was launched last week. Okay, the Fast Start package is $729. It comes with 3 business centers. It comes with 2 event passes to go to convention. So everybody here should be getting registered to go to convention already. Who's already registered to go to convention? Hands up, I need to see it real quick. Okay. Register for convention already. It's August 19th through the 23rd. The 22nd, but you're probably gonna come back on that Sunday. So get registered for convention already. Just get registered. Some people say, I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I don't know who. Don't worry about all that. You gotta first get registered and then figure out who you're going with. Okay? But get registered for convention. You have 2 free passes to go to convention when you sign up with us. Okay, so you're ready to go. Just call and get registered. Call the number. It's write it down. 801-954-7200. Some people say, oh, that's why, because I didn't even know the number. And, oh, you got a good memory, that's why. No, dude, I know it like I know my social security number. Make sense? Because I need that number a lot. 801-954-7200. When you're a gold director or above, they give you a different number. So you're not on hold as long. Okay? But anyways, but you guys can call that one. Everybody else can call that one. Hey, but that's part of the reason why I wanted to hit gold. I was like, I want to get the new number, man, so I can call those people. All right, so you guys got it down? Call and say, hi, my name is Joe Smith, and I want to register for convention. They're gonna say, what's your number, Joe Smith? I don't know my number. What's your address, Joe Smith? My address is this. Okay, done. And they'll register you. Just like that. Get registered for convention. Do it, yes.
I have a question. So, if we sign up someone, let's say this week, when we call it in, we just say we want the fast start now?
You can do it online.
Oh,
You can do it online or over the phone.
okay.
Yeah.
It's for the CD.
Say again? No, okay, so the free BDS, this includes the BDS already.
Oh, okay.
So that little free BDS trick doesn't work with this pack. Okay? So anyways, that's why they put it in there, because they knew people were going to try to pull that move. All right, so yeah, it's already included. So $729 is the total pack with the BDS and everything. So when I say $729, it's literally plus tax and shipping. The BDS is already included. Now you're also going to get personal development material. You're going to get Challenge to Succeed by Jim Rohn. You're going to get some audios. You're going to what?
Did you say that's with tax and shipping?
No, plus tax and shipping. Yeah. So with tax and shipping, it's 808. That's what it comes out to. Yeah. Okay. So anywho, so you're gonna get some Jim Rohn stuff. You know, it'd be cool if they included this bag, man. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Talk about it. Well, you know what? Why don't you include the bag for them? Because if you sign somebody up for this package, you get a $125 bonus.
Yeah.
You can afford to give them the bag. You follow me? So if you sign up one person for this, it comes with all these products too, by the way. So I just want to make sure that's clear. So as you guys can see, it comes with 2 probiotics, 2 health packs, which has all the so just the 2 health packs alone, that's like 8 bottles already. Like 4 bottles, I'm sorry. The essentials, which is the multivitamin, the minerals, the calcium, and the AO booster. So there's 4 bottles in each one of these. Okay, 4 bottles, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 different products. 8 different products plus the probiotics, 9 different products. Unbelievable. For that, okay, so you get all those products already included. It's ready to go. So what you do for people who are thinking, okay, but I want to do my transformation. I want to do all this. If you want to add a reset to this, you can. You can just add 1 reset to the shopping cart, but your price is going to go up, right? But I don't think you need to. And let me tell you why. Get this package first. I think the nutritional supplements, it takes a lifestyle to start taking them.
Yeah.
It's a habit that you have to form. A lot of people are not used to taking pills twice a day. So you need to change that, right? When they get this, let them know you got to start taking these pills twice a day, every day. So even in our presentation, you're going to notice that we're going to emphasize more on that. Taking your pills twice a day, every day. Like you have to, okay? So once you do that, you enroll as an associate, step 1. Enroll as an associate, and start taking your products. You have 2 sets, right, of the vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
So you consume 1, and you can sell 1. I recommend don't even sell 1. Consume 1 and hold 1 for next month so you can consume it again.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're going to take these products twice a day for life, right? Next is enroll 4 new associates within your first 8 weeks. So remember, we talked about how in 6 months, there's no reason why you shouldn't be a gold director. Absolutely no reason. The reason why is because if you enroll 4 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, how much do you get? Each person is 400 points. as you guys can see in the diagram. Each person is 400 points. So automatically you get 20% of all those points for setting them up like that. So you get $320, and now you're a platinum. Okay, so remember that term, platinum. You guys want to be a platinum pay setter. Okay, a platinum pay setter is a very big deal here. The reason why platinum pay setter is huge is because that unlocks another bonus that you can earn, which I'll talk about afterwards. But once you hit platinum pay setter, you're good to go, man. You made $320, but on top of that, for each person that you bring in, USANA is going to pay you a $125 bonus per person. Okay, that's huge. So think about how much you get here. How much you get? You get 320 plus what? 125, 125, 125, and 125. So you get $500 on top of that. Now, I know some people, what they do when they first start off in USANA, if they have 3 business centers, they want to build 2 legs first, like this. They don't want to build all 4 legs. So what happens in that scenario? Do you still get the 125 times 4?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
you still get it because you're personally sponsoring those 4. So it doesn't matter how you position them. As long as you're the sponsor, you're going to get that 125 bonus. So all in all, you make $820. That's pretty good. You make $820, and what's the next step after that? Teach them to do the same. Okay? So when they do the same, let's say that this person goes out there and gets his or her 4 people. This person does the same. This person does the same. This person does the same. As you can see, we set it at 8 weeks. It says within 8 weeks. That's 2 months. It shouldn't take you longer than 2 months to bring in 4 people if you're doing this right. Now, if you're thinking about it, you're not going to do it. But if you're talking to 10, you're going to do it. Talk to 5 people a week, you get 1 person. 5 people a week, 1 person. Within 4 weeks, you should get it done. As long as you're talking to 5 people each week, you'll get it done in 1 month. That's how simple this is. Don't think about it, though. If you're thinking, I don't know if Janelle's going to want to, I don't know if she's going to want to, I don't know if Javaine's going to want to, maybe she's interested. If you're doing that, you're never going to get around to it. You have to just call Javaine and say, hey, Javaine, I'm working on a new project I want to share it with you. Do you have 20 minutes? I'm really excited about it. What is it? Do you have 20 minutes right now? Yes. Okay, cool. Watch this video. Like, it's got to be like that. If you're not doing it like that, then you're not doing it. Or you can say, Javaine, I got a project I'm working on. I really want to show it to you. Do you have like 45 minutes? Come over to my house or I'm going to go over to your place. I want to show it to you. Or let's meet up at Starbucks. I can show it to you. It's like, it's got to be like that. If you don't have that kind of time because you're too busy with your life, send the video. I'm telling you, the video will do the exact same thing. Let me teach you this. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Write that down. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Just like you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So stop trying to figure out the right thing to say to the wrong person. The right thing to say is showing the video. That video says all the right things. And if it's the right person, they're going to do it. So you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. And you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Just show it to them. Guaranteed. We're working with Adrian, right? How many people have you enrolled last week alone? Like towards your gold run already?
6, 7.
He's enrolled 7 people. Okay? And where are those people?
Not here.
But no, I'm saying, but where are they? Where do they live? Where do they live?
Guam, Philippines, everywhere.
Guam and the Philippines. Are you kidding me? And people here are saying that I can't get a hold of my friend and it's too busy. Shut up. Make sense? I don't want to hear freaking excuses. I'm serious. I'm sick of it. Well, you know what? I'm okay hearing the excuse if you're okay being with where you're at. Then I'm okay with it. But if you're not okay being where you're at, then I don't want to hear the excuses anymore, guys. We got to turn it around for some of you guys. Okay? I know some of you guys are brand new and you're like, oh man, this is a little intense. But I just want you guys to get going already like this. Trust me, once you get going, once you get that first $820, lives are going to change. Your life is going to change. You get that $820 check, you're telling me you're not going to be pumped up? Come on. How long does it take to make that much at a job? after taxes? How many hours? It might take you 40 freaking hours to make that kind of money. 40 hours to make that kind of money. Yes or no? To make $820 after taxes. If you're making what, $20 an hour? Times 40? What is that? 800?
25,000, that's what I mean.
Dude, $25 an hour. You make $1,000 a week after taxes, about 25 to 30% taken out, right? You're at 700. You would have to make almost $30 an hour working 40 hours straight to make 820 bucks. Are you kidding me? You're going to go work 40 hours. Now, some of you guys don't even make $25 to $30 an hour. So what are you going to do? And that's what I don't understand. This is a big deal here. What you need to focus on is getting your list of 20 names and start making those calls and start showing the plan to people. You could probably get it done in 2 days. And in 2 days, which is probably like an hour or 2 hours one day, an hour or 2 hours another day, in 4 hours, you can make over 820 bucks. So don't take it lightly, man. This is a serious thing, okay? So if you make your 820, you're good within 8 weeks. So think about it. 8 weeks, you made 820. That's if you're slow, right? That's if you're going real slow. But we want to put that as the maximum. Maximum 8 weeks to bring in your 4 people. Don't lag it beyond that. The next thing is to teach them to do the same thing. So how do you teach them? Well, obviously you tell them what you did. I took the products twice a day. I made my contact list of my 20 names at the very least. And I was adding 2 new people to my list every week. And I started contacting these people. If they did the same thing, you're going to make $1,280. Okay? Now, why is the jump not so big? Remember, because you're not going to get the bonus for the people that you don't bring. You get the points, but you don't get a bonus for the people that you don't bring. But what about your frontline people? These 4 guys right here, or girls. They all get $820. So they're going to be pumped up too, right?
Yeah.
So motivate them to get their first $820 check. I want to see 4 platinums. So when you have 4 platinums, you make $1,280. Get 4 platinums. Okay, then what? Have them bring their 4. So in 16 weeks, you're at $1,280, right? And in 24 weeks, you're at $5,000. 4 platinums equals $1,280. 16 platinums equals $5,000. Once you get to 5,000, can you stay there? Of course. And the way you stay there is like this. Every person that's coming on board, make sure that they're picking a lifestyle plan. Don't just sign them up and don't get them on a lifestyle plan. You have to figure out what lifestyle plan you're going to pick. If you sign up with the Fast Start pack, the best package I can tell you is this one right here, the Diet and Energy. So the first month, you just take your supplements. That's it. Get used to taking supplements. Put this on your auto order. This will come on your first auto order, which is 6 Nutri-Mills, 3 boxes of bars, and the Rev 3. When this comes in your auto order, start your 28-day transformation right away. Don't wait. That's what I recommend you do. Now, if you're already started, and you're like, well, I already started, so then if you have a reset, start with the reset first. That's what I recommend. Okay? So anywho, 4 that bring 4 that bring 4. That's what it takes. What if you duplicate that one more time? If you have 64 platinums in your group. If you have 64 platinums in your group, you're getting $20,000 for that. 20 grand. That's a lot of money, man. So I'm letting you guys know right now, it's very important to keep it that simple. Some of you guys see it so far, right? You're like, oh my gosh, it's so far away though. 20 platinums, 64, it's like so many, I can't do this. What do you got to do? Focus on you and this week first. That's it. Let's get 4 people in this week. That's all you have to do. How many people you got to talk to?
20.
Talk to 20 people. That's all you got to do. Don't think about it. Something because right when I said that, everybody started thinking. Stop. Don't think about it. Just do it. Okay? Let's talk to those 20 people. Let's get those 4 people enrolled. Let's help them with their health, and let's keep doing that. Make sense? Within 8 weeks, if you stay with that pace, you're telling me you can't bring in 4 people within 8 weeks? I find it hard to believe. That's what I'm telling you right now. There's no reason why in 6 months you shouldn't be making at least $5,000 a month. There's absolutely no reason. Because all you have to do is bring 4, that bring 4, that bring 4. And that's it. If you just did that, if you duplicated yourself 3 times, you will be at $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month is enough. That's making over $30 an hour, right? I think it's worth it. Can you guys do this?
Yes.
Okay? Of course you can do it, but will you do it? And I think that's the difference. Okay? So everybody always says, I don't know if I can do it. And I always say, oh, I know you can do it. I just don't know if you will do it. That's the difference. Okay? So taking the first step is important. And that is writing down why you're doing this, your goals. That's why I started with your goals first, so you can get excited. Next is make your contact list. And next is start approaching. That's all. Okay? So don't want to say too much more, guys. I hope that this was helpful. These flyers are already on USANA today. So I'm sorry, on the hub. They're already on the hub. So you guys can look these flyers up. Are these flyers helpful?
Yeah.
USANA created these. It's pretty simple. You should be able to explain the plan to someone. If you're like, I don't know how to explain the compensation plan. If somebody says, I don't know how to explain the compensation plan, right?
Sounds good.
If you don't know how to explain the compensation plan, you can start right here. Right here. Getting started. Let me show you how it works. You sign up. You don't even need to explain this. Just explain this. You sign up. Here's how we go. And go straight through it. Okay? You guys see this lifetime matching bonus? This is not really a big deal for some of you guys. Because we haven't taken platinum as a very serious thing. This is a very serious bonus. I'll give you guys an example. Madel, where's Madel? She's not here today, right? So, Alexis signed up Madel, right? Or with Arabelle and Alexis, signed up Madel. And while Madel was making her gold run, 15% of that was going back to Alexis. Do you guys understand? So while she was pushing for $1,000 a week, Alexis was getting $150 a week. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm letting you know this is a big deal. Every person that you sponsor that hits platinum, you're going to get 15% of what they make for life. So don't take that lightly. That's like a bunch of little checks coming in. If this person makes $300, you follow me on this? You're going to make what? $45 off of somebody that makes $300. Just like that. $45 here, $45 here, $45. And that's for life. You keep generating these income checks. So I think lifetime matching bonus will become more lucrative now. Because people are going to actually go hit platinum. Because is it worth it to hit platinum? Yes. Just bring in your 4 people, make the $820, and you're ready to go. All right, guys? So don't want to say too much more. I hope that this week you guys are on it. This week we have a lot of work to do. So this is the week that Liz and Steven and Cindy and Anthony and Jason are up, right? So our goal is to do 5,000 points. Okay, which is going to be a milestone. But at the same time, though, all it takes is if everybody just sponsored 2, it's done. So all we got to do is talk to 10. If everybody just talked to 10, it's done. You follow me? Don't think about it, though, right? So that's what I would recommend. And also we have Fatima and her other team that are going to do the same thing. So this is week 2 of the 3-star run. Last week was interesting. Also, Icy, if you guys don't know Icy, Icy is on her 2nd week now. Can we give her a round of applause? She completed her 1st week. So we got some people who are moving up now. Everybody's stepping up, man. I really like to see that people are stepping up. So who sponsored you? Are you a platinum pay setter? No? Pay setter? Okay. But not platinum, not pay setter or platinum pay setter. Okay. That's unfortunate. So requalify though, right? Yeah. So for people who didn't hit the mark in their first 8 weeks, just requalify. Okay. So, but it would be nice to have platinum pay setters. You can imagine you sponsored somebody who's a platinum pay setter, and they're on a gold run. That's money in your pocket. Are you a platinum pay setter?
The second one.
Oh, pay setter. Okay. And who sponsored you?
Madel.
So he's gonna go on his gold run, right? So if you only bring in 2 within your first 8 weeks, you still get 10% of whatever that person makes, not 15. So it's a little lower, but still, that's 10%, right? So Adrian made a declaration. I'm gonna share it with you guys. Okay, I won't put him on the spot, but he says he's gonna be a diamond director before the end of this year. All right, and some of you guys are like, hey, unless you declare it like that, it's never gonna happen. He's setting the bar up here. By the end of the year, he's gonna be a diamond director. And he's on it. He's working hard. Okay, so he's gonna quit his job. He's gonna do it. He's gonna go all out, straight up. Okay, so I think that's cool. But he's obviously gonna go gold director first. He's not gonna quit his job unless he goes gold director first. Right? So he's gonna go gold director the next 4 weeks, and then from there he's gonna push on to ruby, emerald, and then diamond. So if he hits diamond director, or when he hits diamond director, that means he's making at least $4,000 a week, right? In CVP. That means Medell gets $400 a week for him. How many of you guys like $400 a week just for one person like that? I'm telling you, man, get your 4 in then. Get your 4 in so you can become a premier platinum pay setter. And you only have to do that one time. It's not like a yearly thing. Once you bring in your 4, you're done. So we got to get to work on this. Who's a premier platinum pay setter in here? Okay, who brought you in? And you're a silver director, right? So when she hit her silver director run, $1,000, boom, Alexis got $150 for that. How cool is that? On top of the points and on top of everything else. That's great. She should buy you one of those bags. Yeah? So, right, say, hey, anybody, if you're a premier platinum pay setter and you hit silver, I'm going to get you a bag. Actually, if you hit director, I'll get you a bag. But the whole point, do you guys understand, like, let's make money with this thing. Like, the plan is great. You make money for sponsoring. You make money for them consuming. And if they make money, you make money. How great is that? That's a great, I don't think it gets better than that. And you get healthier, of course, right? The byproduct. So let's get on it. I want to see platinum pay setters popping out. Yeah.
If you didn't do your first 8 weeks and you said you can requalify, you have to requalify every year, right?
Yeah, no, if you requalify 3 years in a row, then it's finalized again. Yeah. So if you didn't do it, you got to look at your USANA birthday, and then they give you a chance again. Every year you get one chance to requalify. Okay. So just get it done. I would say this. Let's not get to that point. Just get it done the first time, right? If you do it the first time, you don't ever have to worry about it again. Okay, so for you guys and girls, put that pressure on yourself and say, you know what? Within the next 8 weeks, I'm going to get my 4. That's it. Don't let that goal go. All right, any questions about this? All right, so remember, we'll see if Luis can complete his 4, right? He's on pace. But if he does that, he'll be able to say, I did it within a week. And then we're going to help his 2 come on board and get their 4 each. Can you imagine if his first week he gets 4, their first week they get 4, the next week it's theoretical that within a month to 2 months, he could be at $5,000 in income. Theoretically, it's possible, right? It's just a matter of what? Everybody has to talk to 20. If everybody talks to 20, everybody will get 4. So it's about working hard. Just work hard. Don't prejudge. Bring everybody and anybody. It doesn't matter. You never know. Because someone who doesn't want to do it can still refer you to somebody who does. Do you guys understand that? So somebody says, oh, I don't know if he's going to want to do it. But if you bring them and say, hey, give me a referral. Show me somebody who wants to get healthier. Do you know anybody who wants to get healthier? Do you know anybody who has health challenges? Cool. I'd love to help them. Make sense? It's got to be more so like that. All right. Good luck this week, guys. I really hope to see some of you guys around. This week, I'll be here until Tuesday. I'm flying to Salt Lake City, Utah on Tuesday. I'm going to record some videos, okay, for the company, which is kind of a challenge because I have to do my 3-star run and I have to do all this. So for those of you guys who are wondering, like, oh, man, he's not going to hit. I'm going to hit no matter what. But I got to fly to Salt Lake City, Utah to record videos in English and in Spanish for us to use. So how many of you guys have seen the Jordan Kemper video, the one that I sent out and it's like 10 minutes long, right? If you watch that video, Jordan Kemper, he's really great, but he's got a different tone. Okay, so his tone is more just like, I don't know, like some people can't resonate with that, right? So I'm going to record it as well. I'll record that same video, but I'll record it, it'll be me. And I'll record that same video in Spanish too. So I'll do English and I'll do Spanish. Okay, and they have me recording the newspaper one. Have you guys seen the newspaper with Jordan Kemper? I'll be recording that same one in Spanish, okay? So they have me recording Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all day. So I have to memorize these lines, and I'm stressing about this, okay? But anyways, I gotta get it done. And at the same time, I have to get my 3-star run done. And at the same time, I gotta do my other things. So I gotta coach my new team members. I gotta make sure that everything's on top of it. So what I'm gonna do is with Luis, is I'm gonna teach him how to give a simple presentation. That's it. So I'll do presentations Saturday, Sunday, right, and Monday all day. But I'm thinking we should do that for now, because I gotta go shoot these videos. Okay, but USANA has their own studios. That's why they fly me into Utah to go to their studio and to shoot. Anybody want to go with me? Who's free Tuesday through Friday? Anybody? If anybody's free Tuesday through Friday, you're gonna stay at a beautiful hotel. Okay. They put me in a suite, man. And you get to hang out with me all week at USANA home office. You'll probably get to meet Dave Wentz and Myron Wentz and all these people there. So if anybody wants to go, you guys are welcome. I don't mind having 4 or 5 people in my room. Just come. But you gotta pay for your flight, man. Okay, so your flight's gonna be, I don't know, you gotta look into it. Okay, so it's probably gonna be like $300. I would say, I don't know. And so they say, oh, I don't have $300. Go bring 4. Shoot. Go bring 4. See how simple it is? You don't need 4 for 300. You gotta bring 2. Bring 2 to make 300. Right? Come on, guys. Let's start thinking like this. Let's get on it.
I don't have the treasure.
Right? You bring 1, you make 125 already automatically. So go bring 1 already. And some of you guys say, my friends don't have $729. I know some of you guys are thinking that already. I kid you not. I know some of you guys are thinking that already. How ridiculous is that? When you look at a business, do you look at the investment or the return on the investment? If you look at the investment, then you don't even deserve a business at that point. You got to look at the return on the investment. You follow me? Who cares about the investment? The investments, you're going to spend money in your life anyways, right? You're going to spend over $729 in your life, guaranteed. But was it invested, though? And here you're investing that money into your health and your finances. How powerful is that? So please, don't even start. $729 is not a lot of money. It isn't. For investing into something that can make you $5,000 to $20,000 a month in the next 60 to 90 days. So you have to view it like that. All right? All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for coming. God bless you guys, and I'll see you guys around. That's it. Come to my house right now.
I have work at
Or if you have to go right now.